Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first live stream of the Afterlife channel. Thank you for stopping on by. Today we're going to be going through Terminus Round 100 solo Easter eggs, so stay tuned. We got about a 3-hour-ish stream, so please feel free to drop on in, pop on by, do what you got to do. Yeah, but without further ado, let's just get right into it. Hope everybody's having a good day today. So the thing about Black Ops 6, right, is that despite having a semi-strong launch, things got pretty crazy pretty quickly in terms of the trajectory of this game, with all of the scandals with the AI and the voice actors and everything. But despite that, I still think that it's an enjoyable experience. Like, it doesn't have that depth that like a Black Ops 3 or a Black Ops 4 has, but I still think it's like it's a pretty okay time, all things considered. And so I thought it would be fun to just kind of go through and just kind of grind out each Easter egg, doing high rounds and stuff, and just kind of see how it feels, because high rounds are strange in this game. They're not the most fun, but once you kind of figure out a strategy that works for you, they can go pretty fast, and I find them to be more enjoyable than some other games I've experienced in the past. Like, even though I'm a Black Ops 4 simp, I still think that grinding high rounds in BO6 is a little bit more fun than that, but I don't think they top BO3. BO3 is probably the most fun in terms of high rounds that I've had. Now, I haven't done a ton of Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, but I will say, for the most part, that BO3 kind of tops out what I like in terms of gameplay and stuff.
The island's central database includes prisoner locations.
Also, if you guys have any tips or, you know, info that can make the run more enjoyable, let me know. I also thought, you know, if we need to take a break or anything, we could always talk about the news or whatever it is you guys are interested in. So don't think this just has to be like me sitting down my ass playing video games. You know, we can do other things. This is a live interactive experience, you know. So hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day, and I would like to do this more often. So I assume this first stream is probably gonna, you know, take some time to ramp up and find the right audience and all that stuff. But hopefully this is something we can continue to do and just kind of grow the community.
Area 1 online.
A few more amps and we'll have full access to the central database. Master 1, what is your status?
Helipad's operational. Running system checks. I'll give y'all a holler when the helo's ready to fly.
You know, the only thing that I find to be kind of boring inside of Black Ops 6 in terms of like the general gameplay loop is actually the setup. I find the setup to be a little same. Like, it seems like no matter how many times I go through Black Ops 3 or even Black Ops 4, or hell, even some of the classics like BO1 and BO2, that journey to get to the Sentinel artifact in BO4, or that journey to get to the power switch on Kino, like behind the curtain,
Frankly, I'm not
it's
sure
like it's exhilarating on a whole other level. Like, I actually don't enjoy the like turning on the power so much inside of BO6. It's okay, like but the grind of getting your guns leveled up and getting like triple papped, that's kind of the fun part. Or like just getting into the chaos of the high rounds or boss fights, I guess. There are redeemable aspects here. It's just interesting how Treyarch took that formula of, you know, slow early rounds that are designed to kind of grab you by the throat and make you really consider every move you make. Like, every time I'm doing like a game of Kino or a game of Shangri-La, I'm always like, okay, you know, shooting every bullet into every leg of every zombie. I'm going straight for the MP40 on the wall, or like the Tommy gun or something, like if I'm playing World at War. And then I'm going to try to like get as many points as I can before I hit the box. It's like I have like this strategy that I'm going for, where here it's just kind of pushing through and just hopefully it doesn't like hopefully going down doesn't really disturb your flow state or whatever. But you can't deny it feels really fucking good to just shoot zombies in the head. It just feels so good to shoot zombies in the head in BO6. That is one thing that they really got right. Like, even inside of Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, shooting zombies felt really good. And then, I know this is going to sound kind of weird, but I really feel like Treyarch kind of lost the essence of that in BO4 a little bit. Even though I do enjoy those games quite a bit, if you are familiar with this channel at all. But when they got back into Cold War, they really reignited that experience of just shooting zombies and making it feel good. If they would just kind of ride the wave of making their quests enjoyable and having those deep, rich narrative experiences alongside that amazing gameplay loop of killing zombies, we would have the best zombies game of all time. We would have our peak zombies game. That would Black Ops 6 is close. They just need to hit the narrative.
Waypoint marked.
The narrative stuff like really, really hard. That's really it. Yo, thank you for stopping on by. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to talk and chat. I can't really see anybody talking, and I don't see it popping up on screen, so maybe I need to refresh the page. I should have a tweet going out here any minute that's promoting the stream, so hopefully you guys come by. I appreciate it. I don't expect the stream to be too big, but it's still really, I just want to say I appreciate you guys coming on by, talking shop, talking shit, all the good stuff, having a good time.
Please stand by.
And I just want everybody to know that 2 days ago, I grinded a entire BO6 round 100 game on Terminus because I wanted to figure out the strategy. And it's actually the first time I got to round 100 on Terminus, so I feel pretty confident about this. I didn't do the Easter egg there, but this is a series I want to do via live stream on the channel. I just thought it would be a fun way to kind of interact with you guys and all that good stuff.
Area 3 online.
Yeah, see, I mean, granted, I did have a Perkaholic on, but I have a Perkaholic inside of BO3 when I'm doing that. But I just don't feel that same tension when turning on the power. More so, I will say on Terminus, though, out of all the maps, Terminus is probably has the most tense. Oh, game's audio is too loud? Nope, no worries, man. Turn that down for you. It's hard for me to tell. No worries, man. Appreciate you telling me. Sometimes I'll have it, like I'll do like test streams and stuff when I'm working with clients, and it's like a different mix. It's like a mixed bag every time. If that's still too loud, you know, just let me know.
Technical Officer Anya Tanovsky. Workshop, quote, can be found if you're so.
But it's nice to see you, Escher's World. Appreciate you. How are you feeling about BO6? You enjoying it? You hating it? You more of a classic zombies fan? I get pretty mixed reception in my comment section. It's hard for me to really kind of tell where the community is going. It feels like on one hand people are feels like on one hand there's a loud group of people that are just like, you know, zombies is dead. There's no point in playing anymore. And then there's another group of people that I think are probably more like me, where it's like, hey, this game is definitely not the same as the classics. You know, there was something magic about those times, but you know, this is still a decent experience, and I'm having fun with it. And I'm just, oh crap, didn't mean to do that. Just kind of curious where most people are, you know, are sitting in terms of the experience. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Still kind of trying to figure out how to put the chat on screen. Well, we'll just leave it like that for now. Mess with it later. I guess I set it up so people could type really, really long things, but chat's not like rolling over. Oh well. All right, let's see if we can get the beam smasher out of the box. Maybe save a little time. as opposed to doing the entire quest. Where is the box, by the way? I seem to have the worst luck with this. And of course I do. Oh well, we can still take it. Not the end of the world here. Oh, that was the wrong gun as well. Oh no! There we go. Yo, what's going on, people? Thanks for popping on by the stream. Let me know, is Black Ops 6 an L or a W? How are we feeling about the game mode? How you guys feeling about, what's it called? The new teasers for the map and all that stuff. How you guys feeling about that? Yo, what's up, Mr. L? How you doing, man?
Dropped him like a sack of dogs.
Hello, hello, hello. You know, I saw you tweeting the other day, Mr. L, retweeting, Nero Cinema. Oh, cool. I got the new event skin. Retweeting Nero Cinema. Basically, he was saying how Black Ops 6 is like unapologetically 90s, and you wrote like, "This is me not caring" or whatever. And it's funny because I actually have I actually kind of like half agree with Nero, and I half agree with you. I think you guys are both making good points. The thing with BO6 is I do love the unapologetically 90s, but I also don't care that there are crazy skins. I find myself thinking like, okay, I'm glad that they went for like an identity with this mode and everything, but it does feel like the game like quickly lost its identity, like really fast. Like it went from, we're a 90s game, here's our campaign, here's our zombies, here's our multiplayer, and then they were like, oh, by the way, you're a bunny rabbit too. And it was just like, it was really fast. It was really fast. BO6 seems overhated, but there were plenty of people who hit it. I agree. I 100% agree with SOE being so complex and stuff. So it really makes you think, is this going to be one of those games that ages well? But here's the other thing. These games more so than the previous zombies are like really, really live service focused, which is not a bad thing because it makes the experience of these games really enjoyable during the life cycle, right? Like, it's really nice to be able to get a new perk or a new ammo mod or whatever and then go back to the other maps and experience it. But in terms of like think about a Shangri-La or something. I know I already talked about that map a little bit ago, but think about like a Shangri-La where that map has like all these specific features that they weren't necessarily able to be put on Moon or Kino or whatever. So you get to go to that experience like 5-10 years later or however long it's been and just really enjoy that unique experience for what it is. And that's something I think BO6 is really missing. It's like this balance of the unified game systems and the unified engine, and then somehow split it and somehow like creating unique propositions for maps, like I don't know, like putting map specific weapons, or how like Dead of the Night has a steak knife and stuff like that, you know, just giving it good features. But I do think BO6 Zombies is very overhated. I think BO6 is getting a lot of hate overall, and it's kind of doom and gloom. It makes me even uninspired to make content. Like, I even delayed doing the stream a couple times because of it. Holy crap, why is this taking so long? Yo, what is up, Aethers? How you doing? How you doing, bud? How are you doing? Okay, see, that's the chat that I was looking for. I wanted it to be like that size, but F it. I've heard of them. I was hoping you guys would bring it up. I'm glad we're talking about it. Have you seen the COD 2025 links? It seems like Treyarch spent 4 years on both BO6 and the 2025 title. I would completely agree. Obviously, we're not going to know, you know, what exactly is going on until it happens, of course. But it genuinely feels like it feels like BO6 Zombies is like the Cold War that they always wanted to make, you know, with these universal systems and all that stuff. And they're still kind of working on expanding and bringing in the new Zombies era. But I'm hoping with BO7 or whatever it's called, 2025, COD 2025, they're really gonna ramp up the fantastical aspects and just really go crazy and have fun and experiment with weird stuff. Like that was kind of the beauty of Zombies always, right? It was like, how can we take these weird ideas that we can't put into multiplayer campaign or whatever, and then put them in other interesting settings? And it feels like they've kind of lost that. Although that was kind of Treyarch's like old identity in a way. It was like Treyarch of today is not the same as Treyarch as before. And so this team of Treyarch, they need to have their own identity. So as much as we're always like, you know, harumph, I want old Treyarch back, or I want the games the way they used to be, harumph, which, don't get me wrong, I'm a part of that harumphness myself. I just would really rather have this Treyarch focus on what they're really good at and create their own idea and create their own ideas and passions, or whatever you want to call it. Because if they keep trying to do stuff like make fantastical maps and that's not their style, then like what's like the point of us even pursuing it if they're never going to live up to it? Like, I think Terminus is a good middle ground where it's like science-y, fantastical in that facility structure that this modern Treyarch is pretty good at doing. I don't know. It's just kind of like my 2 cents. Yo, what's up, Chase? How you doing? Howdy, Gia Lova. Oh, bro. I need to just give you like access to my my YouTube account or something so that you can always update when sorry, I gotta switch my mouses really quick because one of them's bugging out. So that you can always just update my description when I forget to tag you in it. But yeah, Gia made the thumbnail for this, guys. I'm literally losing my mind and forgetting. Terminus is definitely the best map for sure. Actually really enjoying BO6. Okay, we gotta do some math, guys. About to... Oh wait, I didn't grab the one thing. Here, let's go grab that. I will get to it because if this stream succeeds, then I will leave it up on the channel. But if it doesn't, then I'm not even gonna leave it up, so it won't even matter anyway. Really enjoying BO6 as someone who only rejoined Zombies this year, not being around since the BO4 days. It's generally a really refreshing gameplay. I agree with that. I mean, I know we're doing a round 100 solo Terminus thing right now, but I did it the other day. I went to round 100 just so I could prep for the stream and make sure I'm not an idiot and it doesn't, you know, I don't fail. All right, we got to do math, guys. Okay, so this is 21. So 21 times 2 is 42 minus 11. 42 minus 11. Wait, how do I go up? Wait, go down. 42 minus 11 is what? 31, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so this is 11. Z is 20, so 40, 51 minus 5. 51 minus 5, which is that, 46? Yeah, I think so. And then, yo, what's up, Noah? Okay, then we got one problem left, which is Y, which was 11, plus Z, which was 20, so that's 31 minus X, which was 21. 31 minus 21, which is 10. I hope I'm not just about to fail a bunch of math on stream. I will pay Peck for the bribe.
No room for
Oh my god!
Get off the pot.
What did I do wrong? What did I do? I'm just gonna go pay Peck. Sorry guys, we're not doing math in public anymore. I've just been shamed forever. Publicly shamed. Public shaming right there. That's a great way to never do anything in public ever again. Oh no, the bitrate.
You know what they say about a fool and his money.
I try to do it, you know, I really do try to do it. Hold on one second. You know, YouTube just hates me. Okay. Oops. Oh, I didn't even see what it was. We'll go back up there. Stream's definitely coming down. I know. I can't let people see me do that. I didn't actually see the numbers. I forgot to look. 53, 46, 10. What did I say? 50. I think I did like 51, 46, 10. I was close. I was close. 53, 46, 10. What are my expectations? Well, let's make sure these guys get out of here or else I'm gonna die for sure. Well, I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous because I really don't want to get like overhyped for this map and have it be similar to the Tomb. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think the Tomb is a bad map, and I'm gonna circle back around to your question, okay? I don't think the Tomb is a bad map in the slightest. But what I do think the Tomb was kind of like a little bit of a filler map, a little bit of a gameplay map, which is fine, right? Did I not? Okay, I grabbed it. Which is fine, but it really let me down in the story department. Because the gameplay on the Tomb is good, it's beautiful, all those things, right? But I thought the way they like set it up was just a little misleading, because we came off of Citadel, and which was supposed to be, well, it was a lot of story information. It talked about, you know, Maya's storyline with the guy, I'm forgetting his name, Franco, was talking about Richtofen being Kraft's son, like all this crazy stuff, right? And then all of a sudden, like this new map comes out and like we barely get any voice lines. There's no intro cutscene. There's no, well, you could say we had an outro cutscene, but can you really? So it's just stuff like that that I find to be like really lame. Because the thing about zombies is, yes, I know it's about killing zombies and I know it's about gameplay and having a fun experience. And the Tomb definitely succeeds there, I would say. But it, oh no, I broke my boat. But it's also a little bit about that mystery. And the Tomb lacked any mystery. None of it made sense, especially that whole underlying story with Archibald, which, you know, I was hoping was going to be cool, and it turned out to really be a nothing burger, as the kids say. A nothing burger, as the kids say. So, I don't know. That really got to me. So, I really hope that this map is heavy Richtofen focused, heavy Sam focused. It would be really cool if we got the original voice actor back for Samantha. Why am I not getting any more electric bursts? So I think it's going to be a fun gameplay experience. I just want them to knock it out with the art design and the story stuff with Richtofen. That's really all I can ask for. Luigi's Mansion. Yes, that's about right. What Luigi's Mansion is going to be fire. The comparisons to Origin. Yes, exactly. That's actually something I said in my video. I was just like, you know, Treyarch didn't have to do that. Treyarch didn't have to, they didn't have to say, oh, this is like ties to Origins. They didn't have to put in that music. They didn't have to mention the ice staff. Like, they didn't have to do that. And I think that set them up. I think that turned a somewhat fun, experimental, like, quote-unquote, like, bridge DLC map, like a little bit of a filler map, into a map that, like, a majority of the community ended up hating, which sucks, because the Tomb isn't a bad map. It's just not Dreisendrach. It's not Origins, you know? Aethers, your other message got retracted, so I'm not exactly sure what you said, but awesome, good. I appreciate it, Aethers. I appreciate that. it's weird because every now and then, like, YouTube will just like throttle my bitrate on my stream, and it's really, really annoying. And it's going to be super annoying if it happens tonight, because I tested my stream all freaking week to make sure that it was going to be okay. And it seems like as soon as people like start chatting with me, it starts to like go down, because I'm seeing it happen right now. It's so freaking annoying, but it looks like the connection is solid. So no, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing, Chase. I never expected not to be like, I know better than everybody. Not to be like that guy at all. But I straight up knew it wasn't going to be Origins 2.0. I just... this Treyarch team, which, don't get me wrong, I love them, but they are not, you know, the team under Jason Blundell. They have a different agenda. They are an entirely different group of artists and developers who have a completely different vision for Call of Duty, which is fine. But I think it's unfair for fans to... Oh, this is going to be a little controversial, because I'm not blaming fans here, but I think as fans we should probably stop like putting the expectations of Jimmy Zielinski and Jason Blundell on these people's shoulders, because it's just not going to happen. And we should encourage them more to like do what we should encourage them more to like follow their own passions and desires while still adhering to the core principles of Zombies, which is mystery, moodiness, art design, a mix of science and magic, interesting lore and characters, semi-difficult yet cheesy, overpowered gameplay. Like, if you think about Ascension, I was playing it the other day, getting to like round 30. Once you get the Thunder Gun, you can pretty much just train by the lunar lander and go to wherever and go until you're done, right? So Zombies has always had a balance of cheese and, you know, difficulty. They've always had a nice mix between the two. So, all right. I want to read what you guys are saying. I just hope the story and main characters yeah. I just want all that stuff to get way deeper, because right now it's very surface level, and while Citadel and Terminus definitely have the most storyline info, they still haven't answered like any of the questions from Liberty Falls, and that's actually the most interesting part, right? Because Liberty Falls, now that the more I think about it, it's almost like the Mansions cutscene. It's almost like the Mansions cutscene is Liberty Fall, or the Liberty Falls cutscene is for the mansion, right? Doesn't it kind of feel like that? Okay, now we got to build the what's it called? The beam smash, the beamy smashy. Noah Venz. Wow, that is a throwback video. Well, throwback is a little relative, I suppose. I am surprised that anybody really watched those. I don't know. I've actually been thinking about doing a deep dive retrospective on Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. My main issue, and I'm not trying to like dig up, I'm not trying to like get controversial here or anything. I do want my streams to be kind of like a place to get away from stuff like that, but I think when covering the retrospectives, like I am a little concerned to if like I want to cover the political aspect of it or not, about like all this crap with like Abby and stuff, and I don't really know if I want to go there. And so that's something I think about often, is like how deep do you go when it comes to covering stuff like that, because I don't really want to cover politics on my channel. So that is stuff I do juggle with back and forth, but maybe it's just something you highlight and just to acknowledge and don't really give opinions either way. But I am interested in how The Last of Us Part 2 is going to fare, because that game I thought got a lot of unnecessary hate. I actually quite liked it. I do think that the whole controversy with Joel was... I do kind of agree with that. I don't think they should have killed him off the way that they did. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm thinking about it, basically, to kind of sum it up. I do hope that we get a cutscene for the mansion, because if we don't, I think they're leaving a lot of room for interpretation on the cutting room floor when it comes to what's going on in the story. And to be quite honest with you, I think that sucks. I think we need answers to what's going on with Richtofen. I think we need answers to what's going on with Samantha. We haven't heard from Samantha since literally since launch. So I do think we need answers, and even more so, I think we need a ton of intel. I think we need a great boss fight that's going to really, showcase. Oh, did it drop? It did not drop. All right, let's wait a second here. I mean, what do you guys think the map's going to be about? All right, 1 second. Oh, nice. Sorry, 1 second, Aethers. I see your message. I just need to do this. Oh, well, I missed it. I don't think it's in there anyway. I do want to know, as a creator, do you have anything you're wanting to try out through this year, like any passion projects you're excited to start working on? Yes, I do, actually. There we go. So I'll just kind of lay it out, some of the stuff I want to do. I don't usually like to spill the beans on my projects, just in case, like, maybe somebody isn't interested and wants to unsubscribe, or like maybe somebody will steal it. But I actually have like a really I have a zombies tier list idea that I want to do. That's going to be a little different from the typical kind of tier list you see on YouTube. I'm going to put a little bit of a spin on it in terms of presentation and design, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a background in film production and videography, so I really want to incorporate that more into my zombies videos to give you guys like just a different way of digesting the content and interpreting it. Like, some of my biggest influences are like Linus Tech Tips, Marquez Brownlee. Like, I love tech YouTube, and so I want to start like showcasing that. And I already try to do it inside of my videos, but it's hard to do that with gameplay. You can't. I don't really have control over my gameplay like I do my footage, and theater mode's not in these games anymore, so it's even like harder to showcase some of the things I want. So that's an idea. I would like to do the tier list, like, not only with zombies. So what is that? It's 1. I'd like to do it with zombies, with boss fights, with like the maps and stuff, and like, so that would kind of be like an ongoing series. I also want to cover franchises that are tangential to zombies. 1, 6. So things like Doom, Resident Evil. Somebody was obviously at 165. Somebody was obviously asking about The Last of Us. That is something that I think is tangentially related. But the thing is like, zombies fans are very, and I'm one of them, by the way, are very fickle when in terms of what it is they like with their content. So think about the Smith plays, right? Or Lex, or whoever you watch, maybe Lex isn't the best example, but you guys know what I mean. Just think about these creators that are in the community, and you watch them for their positions on Call of Duty Zombies. And so when they start to introduce other ideas, they either have to be related in some way, or the community just doesn't really like it, and that's okay. Zombies fans like what they like. And I do want to get into variety gaming eventually, but I might just create a separate channel to do so. That's just kind of how YouTube works, and I don't want to like alienate the audience if they're coming to me for zombies content, or maybe something that's closely related, like a Resident Evil. Then that's what I want to give them. It's think about if you went to a burger shop, like, and then all of a sudden they started serving you. Let's see, like seafood. Well, you didn't go to the burger shop for seafood, so that's just kind of how I look at it. Yeah, so I do think the mansion will be lore heavy as well. It's crazy that we went from 72 Impel pieces into Firebase Seed to 22 in the Tomb. It is very weird, but I will say, in Treyarch's defense, though, to play a little bit of devil's advocate, that was like their only way to deliver story information. In my opinion, like, the cutscenes were pretty weak. I still think the cutscenes are weak in this game, but that's a conversation for another day. And here it's like they've delivered us 4 maps in that time versus 2 maps, one with 72 pieces of intel. So it's a little apples to oranges, but I do see what you're saying, because the critique is like, okay, well, now you guys aren't shut down due to the pandemic, and like, how are you guys set this new standard, how are you not fulfilling it? That's what I find problematic about game development, game developers or studios or whatever you want to call them sometimes, is they'll set new standards and then they won't like follow through with them in other ways. It's frustrating because clearly people love the Intel system. I wasn't a huge fan of it in Cold War. Uh-oh, my keyboard just froze. That's not good. I wasn't a huge fan of it in Cold War, but I understand the appeal. Like, it's definitely an interesting system, and I get why people like it. But it's a huge downgrade in BO6, and even I can tell. You can't view the pieces materially, like, to get a good shot of them on screen. They don't, the menu is like super janky. You can like see the mouse on the back. It's like clearly just a screenshot. Just like little things like that that really ruin the immersion and the experience. So I definitely hope they fix that up soon. And Treyarch has stated, they're going to be adding things like menu updates and quality of life updates and stuff like that. And I do believe they will, but when are they going to do that? Is it going to be after the game has been out for a whole year? Because then that kind of... Let's just kill this bastard. I don't know why he's been like extra tanky lately. Oh no! There we go. There we go. You're on a trial. I'm on a trial run in Cold War. To get all the intel in there. I forgot about that.
Okay, I found the protocol to access the Janus AI system.
Couldn't you use your analysis channel for high quality videos on other games that are zombies adjacent? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing, Noah. Like, that's why, The Last of Us does make sense, and so does Resident Evil and stuff like that. Trust me, it is on the agenda. It's just zombies fans don't necessarily care about that stuff. Like, what's really interesting, and you guys can go check this for yourself on the podcast channel before I kind of switched and kind of rebranded. You can actually find a what was it? The Dead Space game, Callisto Protocol. You could actually find a Callisto Protocol review I did on that channel, and it got like 100-something thousand views, maybe 200,000 views. And Milo made a review for that game as well, and I think he got like 40,000 views on it. And it's not because Milo sucks at making content. Obviously, he's really talented at what he does. But it's just to show you the dedication to zombies by that audience. They just love zombies, and they're not super interested in other stuff. So YouTube might not recommend it. So, yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. All right, I got to get the boat here. Got to get the boat. Yo, I just want to say thank you guys for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate the likes on the stream. Appreciate the support. This is our first stream on the channel, and I think this is more viewers than I've had ever on my old one. So I just want to say thank you. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, we are so sorry about your brother. We're just going to shoot him in the head, though. Hope that's okay. For some reason, I can't ever get that intel to stay in my inventory, but... Really, you don't like Cold War that much? I'll tell you this, Kraus, or however you pronounce your name. I think it's Cross or Kraus. That, if you play Cold War, like start a fresh account and play it without the, what's it called? The Dark Ether crystals unlocked. It is actually pretty interesting. The problem with Cold War is its power creep is just so... This is going to be a strong word, but it's very offensive. Not in like... Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It's just... It's very up in your face. Like... It's not... It's unapologetically a power fantasy. And the problem is you can't turn that power fantasy off once you start it, which is what I don't like. But it's all right. It has its place, I think. I actually think the story is a little bit better than BO6 so far. No, I'm actually not, but that's a good question, Death. I'm just doing it because I want to get hyped for the mansion, and I thought we could all use a little hype in our lives. So I just thought I'd go through each map and do round 100 plus the Easter egg. I thought that'd be fun to do. So that's really all we're doing. Really all we're doing. As simple as that. I actually do think Cold War hasn't aged very well, and this is again the problem with the new model of zombies, is that it's more so designed for live service than it ever has been before, which is both great and frustrating at the same time, because on one hand, you want to have stuff to do during the live service, you want maps to come out every season, you want there to be fresh content, but well, what does that mean for the longevity of the mode? And so I do believe, and this is actually the thesis of my Cold War retrospective that I'm working on, is it wasn't designed for the long game. It wasn't designed for with the end in mind or something like that. I think that's what the title of the video is. Yo, Stanley, what is up? What is up, dude? What? I don't know how to pronounce your name, Natural. Inquietant. Inquiet Antamente. I'm just gonna call you Ink Natural. Ink Natural. Yes, but I think for the Cold War retrospective, I'm gonna take a little bit of a different spin on it, and I think I'm gonna do it in one long video, not exactly like how Stanley does, but it would be like, rather than breaking them down for each map. Well, to be fair, I haven't fully decided. It just kind of depends on how much I write. If I write for a long time, oh, that's not the right path. If I write for a long time and you know, we have 30 pages of script for like the gameplay section, then maybe it does require multiple videos. But there's a lot of things in Cold War I want to talk about other than I actually don't remember where the other node connector is. There's a lot of things in Cold War I want to talk about outside of just like the maps. I want to talk about like the gameplay systems. I want to talk about the departure between like, you know, classic and modern zombies. Like there's a lot I do want to cover. So, yo, the Klaborian, what's going on? Do you guys remember where the other thing is? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go back and revisit all those. It's just, I just feel like, and maybe this is me being pretentious, I don't really mean it to be. I just feel like so many people have covered BO1, BO2, BO3 that I'd actually like to give them some more time to breathe while we push through this new modern zombies age. C Tower. C Tower. Isn't this the C Tower? Island. Speed Cola Cave. I'd been to the Speed Cola Cave and I've been to the island. Now I'm at the C Tower. This is the C Tower, right? Pretty sure this is the C Tower. Bottom of the C Tower. Oh, I remember. I don't know why I always forget the spot. Yeah, exactly, Noah. It's like, it's really been done before. Yo, thank you guys for the support on the stream. Holy shit, 32 people. Like, I'm not capping for real. I don't think I ever had this many people on the old channel, so thank you for the support. It really means a lot to me. It's very, very, very kind of you. So, appreciate it. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Do I have to like touch that computer by chance? I don't cap, yo. I don't cap, yo, for real. Hashtag no cap.
Explain yourself. Why do you sound like Agent Max?
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to sit here and be like a hardcore BO3 defender, because to be honest, BO4 is my favorite game, so it's like I can't really simp any harder than that. And I think BO3, despite I think BO4 and BO3, despite me loving them probably the most out of any COD game, I think they suffer from issues like BO6 does, but just in a different way. Like, people say, oh, the BO6 has the same gameplay loop on every single map. It's like, yeah, fair enough, but what's the purpose of BO3 and BO4? It's to just kind of spawn in, get set up, and then you do a quest. It's like, that's kind of the same gameplay loop. It just happens to be the gameplay loop I prefer.
Special place in hell for whatever the fuck you were.
So the old channel was called Skeptics, and the old channel was called Skeptics, and it was zombies as well. But basically what happened with that is I just feel like I dug that channel into the ground. I was posting news, let's plays, retrospectives, reviews. Like, I was just doing way too much, and I didn't feel like I defined the channel. And then, curiously enough, I started working at this company that does YouTube stuff, and I'm sure somebody's gonna ask. I would prefer to keep it private just because the company is kind of public. And so I started working at this company that like does YouTube stuff with people. And I kept getting questions like, what would happen if you started a channel from scratch? So I took the retrospectives on my first channel that worked, and I put them on a new channel, and then the new channel took off, and now that channel's like defined by that type of content. And so that's the avenue I want to go down. So I just turned the previous channel into a podcast channel just to make it more community based, because I wanted to, talk to people like Ethers and Stanley and Gaborium and DK Dynamite and Rizzo and like all these people I have like that I want to do podcasts with. And I just thought it'd be a cool place to do just like community stuff, so I just turned that channel into a podcast channel. So that's what that old channel is about. Well, I will say the one thing I don't like about this modern age of zombies is I don't like turn the game down a bit. Sorry, Stanley, I didn't see that. Okay, I turned it down more. Let me know if it's any better. One thing that I don't like about this modern age of zombies is I actually hate the community vitriol between one another. I don't like how BO3 fans hate Cold War fans or Modern Warfare or BO6 fans, and they're all like, oh, Modern Zombies sucks, Call of Duty's dead. I don't like that. And then I don't like how Cold War fans will hate, or whatever you want to call them, will hate BO3 fans. It's like, we both want the same thing. Like, we both want zombies to be good. So I don't like that vitriol, but I do get it, and it is fun to troll people. So, like, I know how it is. I just want the game to be successful. That's all I really care about. And I think that there are aspects from both games that are really, really well done. Like how I was talking earlier about the Easter egg quests and the hunting and the depth of the older games. Really does outshine the modern games, but the gameplay in the modern games is really fucking fun. It's like so crunchy. It feels so crunchy and so good to just shoot zombies. You can't take that away from the modern games. And even some of the systems like augments and some of the stuff in the menus, while I do prefer a mix of in-menu wow, I cannot hit these guys. While I do prefer a mix of in-menu and in-game systems, I do like how some of the augments and these aspects are designed. So something else I was going to say, but I forget. But it's okay. Hopefully you're doing well, Stanley. I'm sorry I haven't given you more attention. I feel bad for some reason. Like, I feel guilty that I'm not just focused all on you right now. But you know I love you, dog. You know I love you. Yeah, ZNS does slap hard. Oh. Alright, I was alright. You've been grinding out videos lately, man. Alright. So we got it all. Now we just... It is crazy once you upgrade the beam smasher. The Easter egg is pretty short.
In your fucking face, Modi.
There's just a couple of things I think this modern Treyarch team needs to dial in, and I'm hoping the mansion is a good way to do that. I also think, and Treyarch has said this before to content creators, like once they get later into the DLC season, they're actually able to experiment a little bit more. So hopefully they're able to kind of do that a little bit.
Sam, can you deactivate the detonators?
No. And you don't have time to reach minimum safe distance. Your only option is to deactivate them manually.
Detonator offline. How very clever. But believe me, your efforts are in vain.
All right, hold on. I need to pay attention for a second. I'll probably just like lose to the timer, and then all this would be for naught. I could go either way about extractions, to be honest. Like, I actually never really do them. Not that I don't hate them by any means. It's just weird. I just never find myself veering towards them. So it's interesting when people do. And it's, you know why? It's because like I'm an old head and I've been playing zombies for so long where I just like quit at the menu. It's pretty funny to me. All right, let's try this again. I know, I just wanted to get all the Easter egg stuff done first so we could just grind through the high rounds. We did it. We did it, lads. Hashtag lads.
Directing Dr. Modi's submarine to the docking area.
Splendid.
I remember hearing that. Yeah. They do, because less and less people are playing, but what's interesting, in my opinion, is I get less and less people were playing in the older games, but DLC is free now, right? So, oh, I can't get that right now. DLC is free at the moment, so I just don't see how it really like applies in the same way. I am wondering if I don't have the correct vulture rate augments on, because I did reset my character, or I prestige the other day. I didn't check my augments. I don't think they reset, but sometimes they like bug out a little bit. We might have to go into the menu. We might have to go into the menu. That would be one thing I would like to see, is maybe a live pause feature to change augments mid-game. Just because I hate saving and quitting so much. But what do you guys think about saving and quitting? That's actually interesting. I don't like it. I like it for actually being able to save like a high round game, but every time I do it, it's so fucking buggy. Like, it resets my Easter egg progress. It resets like so much for me. So it's like, okay, I like it, but you got to get it to work, I suppose. Yeah, weird. None of my... Okay, weird. Yeah, I'll check here in a second. We'll see if anything drops here in the next couple minutes, because I don't need it quite yet, but we'll check here in just a sec. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely don't like leaving my... Okay, I think we're good. I definitely don't like leaving my PC on, like, all night if I'm playing, like, BO4 around 100. It's definitely a nice feature. I just wish it saved in the game, like, in the game's memory, or however they allocate those features, as opposed to saving on their servers, because it never works right for me. Like, ever. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Noah. Oh, so what are the high round strats for this map? So I'll show you in a bit. When we get to like round 40, we'll do it. But there's a spot up by spawn where you can call the elevator, and you can use the beam smasher up there. But here's the thing. I don't use the like glitch thing. So okay, I'm gonna go on a little tirade here. I hated BO4 high or BO6 high rounds up until like a week ago, and you know what? I'm actually gonna give Treyarch some kudos here. Part of the reasons I hated them was because I thought that you had to like abuse, you know, systems and augments and stuff in order to like, you know, do that like beam smasher trick where you know, it gets a little it replenishes like 2 clips of ammo inside of your stock by pulling out a grenade really quick so that you can use the spam of pushing the zombies away and it just kills them. And you have to do that for like 6 hours to get to round 999 or whatever it is. I understand you can do that, and that's fine if you want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I've been experimenting and trying to figure out like real legitimate ways, just like with the regular systems in the game, of how to beat it. And I've done it with every map except for Citadel. So I'm actually, and when I did this, I was like, crap, this is the first time in a while that I've actually had to strategize about high rounds. Because normally I'm just like abusing like the Helian Salvo, or abusing Ring of Fire. I'm abusing something, right? But here, for the first time, I actually like had to strategize, and I was like, damn, I kind of like it. And I'm telling you, with this strat, like, you don't even really have to do, you don't even really have to use the Mangler injection or anything. You don't even have to use Casimir's if you don't want. It really just speeds up the process more than anything else. But it's not a requirement for the way that I did it. So hope maybe you guys could learn this, or maybe it's already been done and I'm just an old head who took way too long. But when this game came out, I didn't really do high rounds because I'm more of an Easter egg guy. But I've been really spending a lot of time on it, and it's been really great. Wow, that was not fun. I'm afraid always online has become the norm. Oh, it's definitely going to become the norm. It's definitely going to become the norm. It gives them, I think it gives them like way more data. It gives them way more control over the game. It turns it into, it's like a subscription service. It's like you don't own any of the movies on Netflix, right? It's like you're just temporarily using them. It's the same kind of thing. I agree, Khalid. Just one more map without that with those features. I have a save and quit, which just lets me redo the Terminus boss fight. That's pretty cool. You just kind of save it like that and just hop in and just kind of redo it over and over. Is that what you're saying? The Divine Duck, how you doing? Actually, scared of a girl? Is that what you're? Scared Safari Girl? I thought it said scared of a girl. I was like, that would be the best Twitter handle if we could make Twitter handles. Or not Twitter. What's the dating app? Tinder. Imagine making your Tinder handle scared of a boy or scared of a girl. That'd be so funny. People be like, what? What now? Like, hey, just being honest. You terrify me. I can't help it. You scare the absolute living shit out of me, bro. But yeah, you should be able to save on every map. I don't really know why you can't. It's really weird. See, I told you, Ethers. Everybody, like, well, not everybody, but people were saying that it wasn't a good strat. But I actually think it is, because you're not cheesing that corner. You can actually stand up there, and it's like a legit high round game, or at least it feels like a legit one for me. I don't fear women, women fear me. That could be another way to set up your Tinder profile. Well, I mean, you have a girlfriend, but if you didn't. I agree. Stanley scares the absolute shit out of me. So I just don't want to go upstairs too soon because it's going to be really boring once we get up there. I mean, personally, I think it's kind of fun once it gets hectic, but the first like 10, 15 rounds are a little you know, not as exciting. Oops. Corpsicle. That's a good one. That's cute. Are you coming up? You coming up? Coming up? Cool. All right, I'll see you up here, bro. See you up here. Yeah, I mean, I understand why they shut it down. I'll defer to Sulky, you know. He definitely knows high rounds better than me, and I do think he's right in a sense of people preferring like a cheesier strategy for speed. Like, my strategy would not be good for Insomnia Virus. Like, it just wouldn't, you know? But I think for people that are looking for more of a classic zombies experience, like, it's actually pretty viable. And if you go down, you're right next to Jug. So, what do we think of Double Tap coming back, guys? What do we think of Double Tap? Yo, thank you guys for almost 40. Oh, they just left. But there was almost 40 people here on the stream. That's pretty awesome for a first stream on this channel. Appreciate you guys so much. Almost 30 likes. That's way better than I ever thought would happen. I was hoping. I just wanted to get 5 people. I was like, if we can hit 5 people, that's a dream right there. But you guys are amazing. I just can't believe all the support. Shadow's Waterfront strat or the Rev. Oh, the Rev Varuk strat. That was a classic one. I remember the first time I did the Rev Varuk strat with Power Vacuum. It was my first round 100 ever. This is a long time ago. And I remember like being like, wow, I did that. Did I though? That Power Vacuum was doing a lot of heavy lifting, wasn't it? And round robin, of course. But it was fun. It was fun. I'm actually, I'm a little concerned about it coming back at this point. It seems like it would be better if Treyarch just, like... Whoa. It almost seems like it would be better if Treyarch just, like, increased the way they do damage with the rarity system and then allowed the speed to increase with every tier you go up to, because that way the ray gun could be affected by double tap as well. But, I mean, as long as it's balanced well, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I just want it to make the game fun, you know? At this point, with the way the story's going, I'm not super into it. Hopefully it picks up, you know. It's seeming like it will. But if it doesn't, I'm just having fun playing the game, enjoying it, going back to classic CODs, experiencing those. And then hopefully as the channel grows and maybe I can turn YouTube into a full-time gig, then I'm going to start doing more content, more and more content. So I'm just enjoying it. I'm just having a good time. I feel like if that ever got clipped, that would just sound like the most amount of cope in the world. I'm just taking it by day. Just day by day. Yeah, day by day. It's like, wow, this guy is literally coping so hard about zombies. He misses the old days. I'll tell you who I miss, though. I just miss Blundell. I'm a Blundell simp. I'm sorry. That man rules. I just love that guy so much. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but I actually, I think Blundell's kind of a genius. I mean, I said it. I'll say it again. I'm a Blundell stan. I know not a lot of people agree with me, but I just think he has an interesting vision, and him and Craig worked really well together when it came to like the story stuff. And I just, let me put it this way. Maybe he's not a genius, right? That's a pretty heavy word. But whatever his vision is, I vibe with it. Like, that's just the type of stuff I like. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a better way to phrase it. But I gotta just, you know, I gotta simp a little bit, right? You know? Do you think double tap feels necessary with the damage fall off? I do think it is with the guns, for sure. Like, the guns are so weak. At least the wonder weapons are pretty good. But yeah, I mean, we were just, as you saw, we were using this like fully papped, fully legendary, whatever the hell, fully tiered, whatever the hell, the FAL, and it was like barely doing anything to them on round 30. Do you think I'm assuming we'll see a map that's similar to a full-blown chaos map when I want that? I'm not trying to be negative, all right? I know I say a lot of negative things about BO6. I do like the game. There's just things I prefer about other games more. But there's things I prefer about this more mechanically than aesthetically. I think the problem with this like engine, whether it's like Infinity Ward's engine or what, every map kind of has like a similar look. You know, like it all looks like they're part of the same kind of universe in a way. Which I know it's supposed to be. Don't get me wrong. Like, you could say that about World War II. Maybe even some aspects of BO4 with like the chaos maps. But they don't always feel distinct from one another. And so when I look at the images of the mansion, I'm like, all right, this looks like it has some vibes, but the pictures have like a filter on them, and they're designed to kind of have this like, aesthetic-y vibe. So I'm gonna bite my tongue, but like, I just want Treyarch to let us teleport to places, let us go to weird areas. Like, I was playing Kino the other day, and I forgot that you teleported to random spots in between teleporting up to Pack-a-Punch or back down, right? And I was like, just do cool shit like that. Have us teleport into a random area for a second and make players go, wait, can we get in there? Wait, what was that? So, if they can sort of inject cool art design and story and narrative into mechanics like that, I think you would indirectly get an experience like a chaos map or a BO3 or a BO4 map just by drawing intrigue into that mechanic. Yo, what's up? Jablonski. I don't actually know if I ever said your name out loud, but I just did for the first time. Blundell Genius only works if Blundell's the creative director. If anyone else comes in, he's immediately kind of one of the worst creative directors. Hey, maybe that's true. I know I'm kind of a simp for the guy, so maybe that's true. I just like what he's selling. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you can go to McDonald's and Wendy's and get a cheeseburger. That's, basically the same thing. But I just prefer In-N-Out, if we're being honest. So it's like you could prefer Zelensky or Kevin Drew, but what I actually think if Jason Blundell made another game, like a single player experience or something, I actually think that I would like that probably even more than Zombies, because it's like a campaign with cinematic set pieces, and that's like really what he's good at, And so maybe Zombies constrained him. Maybe Call of Duty constrained him, and it really wasn't the way that he should be going. Yo, Killa Ice Main! Hopefully work's going well. I always know you're working the late shift. I hope you're having a nice night. It's like there's a realism filter applied. Exactly. You're absolutely right. There's like this weird kind of coat of paint, and I just prefer the Treyarch's old engine. Okay, previous COD's animations are more static, flat, and simple. That's true. And I'm not even against having cool and new animations. It's just, is that more important than the gameplay? Some people think it is. I personally, or not the gameplay, but like the art direction and the core systems and storytelling. I don't think it's as important, but it is cool. Like, it's really cool to be able to do shit like this, right? Like, whoop. It's really cool to be able to do this. Like, that was sick. It didn't do anything though, but it was cool. Yeah, that's a great point, Stanley. And I know there's other commenters in the chat, so give me 1 second. But I want to address Stanley's point since it was kind of on what we're talking about here. Plus, I have to give him all the attention because that's, I don't know, he just pulls it out of me. I'm just kidding, bud. So I think you're right. Like, why is Activision so keen on like forcing all the studios to use the same engine, use the same systems, have the same like shop, have the same this, have the same that? That unique aspect of every studio kind of doing their own thing was so fun. And even when COD was like back in the day in 2008 when World at War came out, I had a friend, I worked at this restaurant, and I had a friend who loved COD 4. He loved it. And I remember World at War came out, and I was like, bro, COD 4 sucks. I was like, I don't like this at all. And he didn't like World at War. And that difference in studio loyalty, I think was really special. And I really miss that quite a bit. Okay, so this is very unrelated, but I'm playing a Geometry Dash right now, and Alex, if you played that game, you would absolutely love Jonathan GD Levels. Well, hey, what game is it? Why don't you like DM it to me on Twitter or tag me in on Twitter? Because I know for some reason my DMs aren't open. I need to fix that. But tag me in it. I'd love to know. I like to play like weird stuff on my Steam Deck in bed. I know, COD HQ sucks. I don't think anybody likes it. And it's also, it's like kind of purposeless, right? Like, what is the point of COD HQ? You know, like, it would be different if imagine there was like a Halo game. Like, what's it called? 343 is the only studio that makes Halo, right? So it makes sense that there would be some sort of cohesion or whatever, because they're the ones that make all the games. So putting all the games in one place, that makes sense. But with like the 7,000 studios that make Call of Duty, a unified system isn't even really. I just don't actually see why it's necessary unless they wanted to meld Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and stuff all together, which would be. That would be the worst thing ever in the world. Yo, what is up? Avery. Is this the old Avery from back in the day? Wow, we just got a lot of people in here. I'm trying to read everything. I think BO6 is the closest art design to the older style. Absolutely agree. That is true, Mega. Having a unified engine does help with that for sure. It just... I think with the way that like COD's made, where so many people are working on it and they're churning out like 4K assets all the time. I do think that it's probably necessary for them to have some sort of communication method that allows for them to transfer assets easily. It just sucks for fans, right? Whoa, where did you guys come from? All right, we might have to go upstairs soon. Yeah, every game just kind of blends in together for sure. All right, let's get through this round and then I'll try to read chat, or maybe I can just throw a monkey and do that. No, it's all. There was this like when I first started streaming like 5 years ago. I met this there was a kid named Avery. He was probably like 16, and not to get too dark, but he was put into the foster care system, and it was a dark time. But I was I was just wondering if it was maybe you, because I was gonna say I hope you're well and living life and not suffering. But if it's a different Avery, that's awesome too. You seem like a cool ass dude, and I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, I guess that's true. It is just kind of represented as a launcher, but it does jank the whole experience. The point is Warzone. They needed a way to combine everything. Yeah, okay, fair enough, Gia. I mean, that's pretty fair. I always forget like to think about things in terms of Warzone, because that's really what it is, isn't it? That's really what it is. Yeah, Terminus. I think Terminus is the best. I think Terminus is the best map for sure. This has the most. Okay, who am I missing? I'm missing somebody. We're missing somebody. Where'd he go? All right, well, let's do this. Strange. That worked out. Yo, what's up, Mr. Zomfeeds? Well, I'm glad you were never in foster care. Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, I don't really want to get too dark on this. Yeah, Warzone is a weird thing, you know? Like, here's how I feel about video games, okay? This is just a common feeling I have about video games as a whole. This is not exclusive to COD or to zombies or anything like that, okay? I want fans of a particular genre to enjoy that particular genre. Does that mean genres can't blend together and things can't overlap and experiment? Absolutely not. That doesn't mean that at all. But what I mean is, like, why do we have to have Warzone mechanics inside of zombies? Like, if zombies players aren't a fan of that, it doesn't need to be there. Or here's another example. Perhaps, like, Assassin's Creed fans, like, I know this was a big deal during the Valhalla one. They were like, why is this game like a huge open world? Like, this is not what we like in our Assassin's Creed game. And so what I'm saying is, like, I don't like Warzone. Warzone's not for me. I don't want it to be for me. I want it to be for Warzone players. That's pretty much it. So I just think when developers forget, like, who their base is, it ends up hurting not just the core audience, but it's like, who are you catering to? Like, if I'm not a big zombies fan, right? And then Treyarch starts to, or I'll use Assassin's Creed again. If I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan, and Ubisoft Montreal or wherever the hell they're from, I can't remember, starts catering to me and starts adding in, like, round-based content into Assassin's Creed, well, they shouldn't be doing that. They should be appeasing their own fan base, and then if people are drawn to that, they can expand. And it doesn't mean they can't create new IPs, it doesn't mean they can't experiment, but it's like, you got to remember what the essence is of the mode that you're doing. So that's all I want to say. Yeah, I know. No, I know they're there to attract the Warzone people. It just sucks. It just sucks. That's all I'm saying. Because, like, they're not going to be loyal fans. Yo, thank you guys for 40+ people in the stream. I really appreciate that. Appreciate all the support. It's really cool. I can't even... I'm, like, fucking flabbergasted. Like... But just want to make sure I'm always appearing to be grateful for you guys, because without people in the chat, there is no stream. Without people watching the videos, there are no videos. So just really thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, it's just like if they started adding, like, here's a perfect example. when they add the Halloween event to Warzone, Zombies fans are so excited because they're like, oh, cool, I have a reason to come into Zombies or into Warzone. But that's just like a special time of year, right? It's not meant to be all year long. So that's kind of the difference. It's like if they would just do that with Zombies, where maybe they had like an event to lure Warzone fans in, like, oh, we're doing a seasonal armor thing, or like a mode, like a plunder Zombies mode or something. Well, fine. But reinventing the bones of the mode just to appease a fan base that's probably not even that into it in the first place, I just think is kind of strange. That's all. Again, I always look at this as like a YouTube channel or a restaurant. Like, imagine you go to In-N-Out and you want your favorite burger, and then they're like, oh, by the way, we're putting our burgers are now made of catfish, and you're like, what? I don't really like seafood. Catfish is probably a bad example, but you know what I mean. Killa Ice Main. All right, I think we're gonna go up to the spot. I think it's time. I do need some gobble gum just in case, though. I think BO4 Zombies is one of the best modes you can get, personally. If I was you, though, I would personally wait for a sale. If it's not a pressing thing for you, I would personally wait for a sale. You can get the game and the Black Ops Pass for probably around $50 total. That's the main problem, is like the DLC is not free. But I've seen the game for about $39 on Battle.net. A lot. The thing is, though, if you can get it on PC, it's so good on PC. It's so good. Like, it's much better on PC than it is on console. So if you're able to get it on PC, I really strongly recommend that. Up, 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 up. Wow. How brave am I? So the next pod that's going to be on is was with Rizzo, and I'm editing it right now. I'm going to probably finish it tomorrow. I'm going to finish it tomorrow. And then I need to send it to him just to make sure he's, happy with how it turned out. And we basically talked about like COD as a whole, like artistically. Some of the stuff we've kind of been talking about tonight. We've been talking about COD like from an artistic perspective, and then the next pod after that is going to be with DK Dynamite, and I'm probably going to talk about stuff at the mansion. And then the next pod after that is in April with it's going to be a group setting, and I'm going to keep that a little bit of a surprise because I want to be able to promote it with the creators. And the thing is, the group setting thing is something I want to continue to do. Like, I think it's going to be a good way to like get a multitude of small creators on at the same time, and then something I can continually promote, as well as then pull those creators and do individual episodes with them if people really like them and stuff. So that's kind of the system behind that idea, is to be able to acknowledge as many people in the community as possible, because I don't want this to just be all about, like, as much as I love talking with Chopper and Codename Pizza and everything, I want to talk to other people too, because I want to make sure that the way that the community is going is just fostered in a good way. And I don't know, maybe it's cheesy to think about, but yeah. Yes, I did, and you can thank Stanley for that one. He helped put that together. What is the differences between PC and console for BO4? Okay, the main thing actually is the FOV slider and just the graphical fidelity. The graphical fidelity of BO4 on PC is crazy. You can turn the textures all the way up, and it's like night and frickin' day. The game looks absolutely amazing. Not to mention the FOV slider makes the movement of the game feel so much better. So one of the biggest complaints about BO4 was that the mode was clunky and slow compared to BO3. And the thing is it's actually not, but it feels like it is because of just the FOV slider and how the animations are. But with the stamina up modifier, which allows you to run full speed without breaks, it's actually one of the it actually feels more like Cold War than it does BO3, which is kind of funny. It's actually pretty funny when you think about it. But so I definitely recommend giving it a shot that way, which is just having that better graphical fidelity, getting higher frame rates. The only problem is if you're a controller player, I should have mentioned this before, if you're a controller player, it will, it doesn't have, what's it called? What's it called? Aim assist, which is super lame. So if that's a problem, then I get it, but that's the truth. Other than that, I think Beanox made the port, the PC port, perfectly. It's like it's one of the best PC games on COD that you can get. All right, we're kind of in the home stretch right now, right? Kind of just in the home stretch. You know what I should do really quick? Make sure. Okay, microphone is off. Perfect. Actually. Okay. Perfecto. Yeah, I mean that's what I want to do. Like I know this sounds kind of weird, but I think Lego Unlocked is a big reason why. Like Lego Unlocked, what's his name? Samuel the 17th, and then the other guy, John. I forget his channel's name. J Money. I think they're a big reason why Cold War was so successful in the community, and they kind of created a new branch of zombies content in like inside of the community, and so I really like that there's kind of different factions in a way. It's the factions update we wanted, but we didn't. It's the factions update we wanted, or not the one we wanted, but the one we got. And I just want to make sure that that's kind of held on to. Ayo, what's up, Funny Man? Oh, I get it, Funny Man. It's like Pokemon, like with Pokemon. That would be pretty funny. I heard they were supposed to bring back factions for this game. I actually have leaks of that. So guys, this is pretty much the strategy. And here's the thing, you really don't even need Casimirs. You don't really need any of this stuff. It's just good to have. I will say the ray gun's probably not the best thing to have here, but we'll try it out for a little bit, and if it doesn't really work out for us, then we'll get those. Wait, what do I have? What are we asking? Oh yeah, they're awesome. Oh wait. Isn't your name different on Twitter? Aren't we talking about doing edits together? What is your name on Twitter? Is it the same on Twitter? I don't know why it looks so different in my head. Well, I know it's you, but I feel like your name's different on Twitter, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, okay. It just looks a little different. Oh yeah, I have those leaks. Yeah, I'll if you're still here after the end of this high round, maybe I can pull them up, or actually maybe I shouldn't do that because maybe I'll get copyright strike, but I can send them to you if you want. I have them on a hard drive somewhere. So that's pretty much the most intense this ever gets, by the way. Is like a couple, what's it called, pop in there, amalgams, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty much it. Yeah, that's why I recognized it, Ethan. It was from the profile pic. That's why I recognize it. Is that the Quentin Tarantino movie? Can't remember what it's called. That Drive movie. No, yeah, they're way old. It was like from the new it was when they were developing this game, and people thought it was going to be like Cold War II, and there was stuff about factions. And okay, why are you picking up? There we go. Holy crap, I am getting so many drops for Casimir's. Yes, death. Yes, death proof. Is that what your profile picture is? Wow. Look at us. Look at us go. Look at us go. Alright, pick up that salvage, yo. Alright, pick up that key. Oh, okay. That makes way... Okay. I don't know why I'm getting that mixed up. Kind of doesn't make any sense at all, if I think about it. All right, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, sure, yeah. No problem. Funnily enough, I actually started in music first. If you go to my other channel, all my music stuff's on there. Well, not all of it. I actually hit a lot of it, but the stuff that I was doing right before I quit is on there, and then I have like an EP and music videos that I never published, but some of it's on there. Anyway, I got into music first, and then when I kind of stopped doing that, I started getting into YouTube, and I was like, oh, this is easy. All these people are just going online and talking about video games. That can't be that hard. And then I started doing it, and I was like, wow, this is actually really, really fucking hard. And so started working on it, and realized I had no idea what I was doing. And then I met a friend who worked at like a film, it wasn't a studio, but he did like editing for stuff like with Netflix and stuff. And so he taught me how to work on Premiere. And then he ended up getting a job at Tech Raptor, which is a publication who does gaming. So we started doing that together. Then he started working at IGN, and then I moved away from LA. That's kind of the short of it. But throughout that whole process, I just kept getting into like, you know, cameras and cinematography and stuff like that. But I actually started first in music before any of it, which is how I learned how to edit so easily and stuff because of Premiere Pro and Pro Tools. And that kind of taught me, you know, just how to understand a workspace and all that shit. So that's the simple kind of simple way of going through it. Oh yeah, that's right. I did talk about that. What kind of music am I into? So, let me put it like this: as an audio engineer, quote unquote, I'm really into stuff that is mixed well. But I also like, you know, punk and stuff, but I like stuff that has cool and interesting, like, mixing and mastering. So, like, my favorite bands from, like, just that I love no matter what, I grew up listening to, like, punk rock. I really liked pop punk a lot, like Blink-182 and, like, some emo bands and stuff, like Sum 41 and, Chiodos and Under Oath and, you know, Attack. Like, I was into all that stuff back in the day. And but then once I got into audio engineering, a lot of that changed, and I started to really like appreciate a variety of music. Like I used to really like Taylor Swift when she came out with the Red album in 1989. I thought that stuff was really good. In terms of classical, I like Chopin, but I still love Pink Floyd. There's a lot of I like a lot of different stuff, but I only like a couple things from each category. Does that make sense? So I'm not like a country fan, but there are a few country artists I like. I'm not a huge pop music fan, but there are some pop stars that I think are really good. Like Katy Perry, back in the day, I thought she was genius. Taylor Swift's older music I thought was really good. I'm not a fan of her now, really. But in terms of like stuff that I love probably the most, it'd be like pop punk, like The Story So Far, Blink-182. Back in the day, I used to love Primus and Rush. Trying to think, Queens of the Stone Age, Foo Fighters. I liked all that shit. So I try to listen to a lot of different things. And then you started getting into music. Yeah, it's kind of like, let me just say, like music or the arts are kind of like a giant hodgepodge of just experimenting and trying things until you figure out like what you love. And the thing about it is like I like it all. Like I think one day I'll get back into music, but right now it's like not really where I want to be. It was a great part of my life. I loved it, and I learned a lot. I had some great memories of playing with people, but now I'm kind of more into this production stuff because I think it just resonates with kind of the journey that I'm on. Everything's a journey. I know, Primus, let me tell you this, the Primus is a very acquired taste, and I will say if there's ever an album that you would listen to by them, I would say it's probably like Antipop or Frizzle Fry. Sailing the Seas of Cheese has a couple good songs on it. It's like their hit with Tommy the Cat and Here Come the Bastards and Jerry Was a Race Car Driver. Antipop is probably the most like it follows the most structure that you're probably used to. Gotta love that packet burst. Do I have frame gen on? I do not. Let's turn that on. And let's turn this on to balanced. What about indie music, Andre? Well, if you could give me some bands that you're thinking, I'd be happy to tell you. I used to like this band called, oh man, they had an album called Strawberry Jam. Something. If somebody said Animal Collective, I used to love Animal Collective back in the day. I like Metallica. I know that's not really indie. I'm just trying to think of stuff. I'd have to check my old iPod that has like all those bands I listen to. Wait, is that a? Let's grab that. Chappelle Roan. Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of that or heard of her. Is it a group or is it a one person? Casey Musgraves. I liked Casey Musgraves for a minute when I was in my country pop phase. Yeah, I guess I don't really know a ton of indie bands. There's a couple that I remember liking back in the day. There was this band that had a drummer who had a really tall crash cymbal. I can't remember what the hell they're called. Again, my iPod's like not far away, but with the stupid pause timer in this game, I'm not gonna go grab it. But shit. Current Joys? No, I haven't heard of them. I'm down to always check out stuff. So if you guys have great recommendations, I'm totally down to check them out. Oh, sorry, Mr. Zombfeed. I didn't mean to miss your question. Do I think we'll get a classic mode in the next game? No, I don't. And here, I'm actually gonna have a little bit of maybe a little bit of a hot take here. I don't even know if I want it. Because, okay, this is scaring me a little bit. I think we gotta do this. I don't even know if I want it because, it's gonna kind of go against the way zombies is designed now. And so if it ends up, like, taking resources away and people don't like it, it's like, well, that will suck. So I really want this modern Treyarch team to just kind of settle into what they're good at and do it really, really well. I think that will be better than having us, like, kind of cling on to, you know, oh, is there a classic mode? I'm not saying you're bad or wrong for wanting that or thinking about it, if you do. I'm just saying I would just rather have them be excellent at whatever it is that they're working on rather than trying to give us like 17 variations of something. But if they can and they can do it well, then hell yeah. I mean, I want it. It's just, if they give it to us, is it even going to be worth our time? Is it even going to be good? That's the kind of the way I'm thinking about it. What do I think about psychedelic rock? That's actually one thing I'm not really into. It's actually one thing I'm not really into. Like bands like Fish and stuff. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Komani is like, it's not even like the game's not really built for it at the current moment. Okay. Let's get some shammies. Some shams. I know. And the thing is they're just never going to. As much as I want them to, like, you know, take some of the systems that they have in modern zombies and put them, like, actually in the maps as opposed to having them in the menus. Like, just having a more balanced version of that. I mean, it's never going to go back to the way it was, and that's okay. That's why I just really want Treyarch to just settle in and just make this the best version of BO6 that you can. You know? That's all I can really ask for. Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to have, like, Outbreak in the next game. They're supposed to have, like, all these new maps. They're supposed to have Grief. Like, it's gonna be a lot. My butt hurts sitting in this chair. Yeah, I've never really been into psychedelic rock aethers, like bands like Fish and stuff. Like I said, it's just not really my speed. The reason I mean, well, I will say I do like Pink Floyd. I guess you could kind of classify them in there. But the main reason I'm not a... Holy crap. The main reason I'm not a huge fan of it... Alright, I think it's time to get a new weapon. I think the main reason I'm not a huge fan of it is mostly due to the fact that the music itself doesn't, unless there's a band out there that does it really well, correct me if I'm wrong, the bands back in the 90s and the early 2000s, they didn't really deviate from the core structure of the song. It's something that Primus does that I don't really like, is they don't really change the foundation of the song and have like a ton of different parts. And so it's kind of built on one or two riffs. It's kind of built on one or two riffs that don't really change. And then they do some solos and stuff, and it's just like the same thing over and over and over and over. It's more of like a vibe than it is like songs, and I like songs. If that makes sense. We vibing up in here. But I can see why that would be appealing, like if you're just listening to something like while mowing the grass, or, you know, maybe doing your homework, or riding in a long car ride or going to a concert, just chilling, drinking, talking to friends. I can see why that would be appealing, but I'm more of like a song guy with changes and time changes and cool transitions that are different, that have different like time changers or tempos and stuff like that. I just find that shit to be so cool. Primus, yep. Check out the band Marja. Okay. Industrial rock, like Nine Inch Nails. Would that be what you would? Oh shit! I didn't mean to pick that up. Son of a bitch. I like some of it. Man, it's weird. You picked like two genres that I actually don't really like that much. Pretty random. I usually like most stuff. But industrial rock and psychedelic rock actually are not really my favorite, and I don't know a ton of indie bands. So actually, you guys have caught me. You guys have finally caught me. I did like Rush actually. I don't like every song they have because I think some of their songs are a little cheesy. So what I mean by that is like you have something like YYZ, which is one of the most badass orchestral pieces of rock music, right? Like, and when I say orchestral, like that's how it's designed. It was designed to be like a symphony of drums, bass, and guitar. And then you'll go to another song that's like flying the mystical dragon around in the sky. And I'm like, okay, bro, can we like maybe not sing about mystical dragons in the sky right now? So I'm not a huge fan of that, but then you're going to be like, oh, but you listen to Jerry Was a Race Car Driver or the DMV song by Primus. Been to hell, I spell it DMV. It's like, or you'll listen to John the Fisherman, but you can't listen to magical fucking dragons singing in the sky, flying in the sky. They're trying to genre bend quite a bit, which is interesting. Maruja, maybe that's how you say it. Ooh, you don't like perk limit, Mega. Interesting. I actually do like perk limits, but the way that they're worked now, it's kind of irrelevant, to be honest, but... I think the perk limit in Cold War, or the lack of perk limit in Cold War, was a problem, but the way it's done in BO6, I really don't think it is. I just don't like that I can buy all my perks. That's the only thing that I don't like. I think that perks should be able to be earned with quests, but the thing is, like, as long as they allow us to like earn other features in game, like augments or like shit like that with side Easter eggs, I don't really care. It's just, in my opinion, side Easter eggs are meant to push past the ceiling of what you can do. So, like, what do I mean by that? Like, in Black Ops 4, the system was, okay, you can only have 4 perks. But if you do this side quest, we'll give you another one. Whereas in BO6, it's just like, oh, you want another perk? Well, you can just buy it if you survive long enough. And I think that's kind of lame. So the thing is, like, fine, fair enough. Like, have that system, right? But then it's like, we'll take the augments that we have and turn those into a system where maybe if I do a side Easter egg, I get an extra augment. Or maybe there's a secret hidden weapon on the map. Like, just something to reward the player past what the systems in the game can do. That's like what the point of a side Easter egg is. Why can't you choose your quality? What do you mean? The stream should be in 1440p. Is it not? You should be able to. Well, is that like earlier Aether said the stream was good. Maybe try, I mean, I'm sorry to do this, but maybe try refreshing it. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, it's at 1440p. I have my stream bitrate, everything all set up that way. It'll do that for me sometimes, but that's because I'm like streaming it and watching it, so it'll hold it back for me, but shouldn't for you guys. Sorry about that, man. Perfect. No, that's good. I'm glad. Die! Bro. What the best concert is? That's a good question. Cool, Connor. I'm glad. Man, I went to an Under Oath concert once that was so fucking good. It was crazy how good it was. I've seen Primus, that was pretty good. Damn, I don't know. One time I went and saw a band named Dr. Manhattan. Oh shit, that mute injection disappeared. One time I saw a band called Dr. Manhattan, which was a band I really loved in 2010. And they were kind of on their way up, and I saw them with 4 people and had an intimate concert with them. That was so cool. It was almost like they played the show for me. I'm gonna have to think about that for a bit. I might not even be able to answer that today, because I've been to a lot of concerts. I saw Skrillex in LA on a rooftop. That was fucking sick. I've been to a lot of good ones, man. Damn.
Somebody want to tell me why my mouth tastes like a dead dog's ass?
What did that guy just say? Cool, thanks, Ethers. I appreciate that. All right, let's. This is the only time I get a little stressed. But then that happens and I feel good again, baby. Little nervous though. I'm a little nervous now. Just die, baby, just die. There it is. It actually, streaming takes so much out of me. I'm actually such a wuss. That's why I was telling you guys, like, well, I don't know who saw the tweet or not, but that's why the other day I wrote, like, I chickened out about streaming, because every now and then I just think, like, man, this is going to be such a commitment. It's really hard talking to people for like 4 hours. I'm just like such a baby. I get in my head so much, and it's like, just have fun, man. That's why I keep telling myself, like, if you turn this into a situation where you're dreading it or you're not having fun, it's like, then people aren't going to want to watch. People aren't going to enjoy talking to you. It's like, you just have to be like, okay, I'm coming on here. I'm going to round 100. Whatever happens, happens. And that's it. That's the end of it. That's the end of it. Just collapse, just fall down. Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. Pretty much what happens. I'm always hungry as hell, and I will say though, it kind of, I don't actually necessarily collapse, but I do get like super energized after I stream, and then I'll just crash like in bed, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the other thing though. Kind of like what you said, been working on videos and stuff. It's like, that's a huge thing for me is I always think, well, I could have been working on a video. So like for what I'm doing here, you know, this is footage I'm going to be using in, you know, an upcoming video. I was actually thinking about doing a round 100 solo boss fight challenge video, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to really worry about that and grind these out as fast as I was planning on. So unfortunately, I had to postpone something like that. But you know, I am working on a another Black Ops 6 video, and then the tier list, and then a Cold War retrospective. So you know, this footage is always going to be put to good use, and I do think streaming is super important in terms of like. I think it's really important in terms of managing your community, like managing community relations. You know what I mean? Like, I want to talk with you guys. I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know how you're feeling, because the comment section is different than the streaming section, which is different than Twitter. And it's like, I don't necessarily know like how people are really feeling and if it's accurate, because like when I post my videos on YouTube, I'll get a bunch of interactions that are like, hell yeah, this video's dope. And then I'll get a bunch of comments that are like, you suck. And then I'll get another bunch of comments that are like, Black Ops 6 is dead. And then I go on Twitter and then I see the opposite or the opposite of that. And I'm like, I don't even know what's real anymore. And so I think live streaming kind of grounds me, helps me remember that, hey, there are people out there that actually like this fucking game. And I'm hydrated. Got it right here. I'm so hard on myself either. I'm 100 years old, and I'm gonna be hard on myself probably till the day I die. I try so hard to not, and I tell myself like, you know, it's all in your head or whatever. But unfortunately, not to get too deep into it, but like my dad fucked me up, and you know, I wish him well, but I just have so many bad habits in my head that I need to like undo. And I've undone a lot of them, to be quite honest, but there's just some that are really hard to break. All right. Let's kill these bastards. I hate using mutant injections, but it does speed up the process, so we're going for a little bit of speed here. Boom. Right, is that guy still out there? Oh, that's not ideal. It's not ideal. Honestly, up until this point, so we're about 2 hours in, up until this point, it's pretty fast. It's really once we get to the round 80 when it kind of hits a wall, a little bit of a wall. All right, here we go. Back to it, back to it.
Fuck me running. I want to do that again.
Yeah, you know what? Parents aren't perfect. It is what it is. Just trying to do my best to, you know, live life. Everybody has some sort of traumatic shit that happened to them when they were young, and my story's no different, you know? But yeah, it's one of the things mostly about content creation is that I don't know about you, Ethers, but I have a really hard time like juggling the time management of it. Like, it's hard to be like, okay, now I'm streaming, now I'm working on a video, now I'm posting on Twitter, now I'm doing a community tab. Like, that's why I was like looking to get an editor, which, you know, I'm still going to be doing. But it's like, it's just so hard to manage all this stuff and then stay sane at the same time while also like having a job. Yo, what's up, Levix? How you doing? How you doing? What's going on? What do you think of BO6, Levix? Are you loving it? Are you hating it? Should I go back to Black Ops 1? Should I just stop everything I'm doing and never play zombies again? How are you feeling about it? Or how's your day? What do you want to talk about, Levix? What's going on? Dude, COD literally, I'm not trying to be negative. I know we're talking about pros and cons of this game, but this game just feels like a store with like a game on it. Whereas I know CODs used to not be great with bundles or with loot boxes and stuff. I'm not saying it was ever perfect, but back in the day, it felt like a game with a store in it. But now it feels like a store with a game in it. It's like the role has reversed. And I don't hate bundles at all, actually. I think they're kind of cool. But I hate how they have nothing to actually do with the game itself. It's like, why can't I do the Easter egg 100 times and get COD points to like buy a bundle? Or why can't I win 100 matches in ranked play and get 1,000 COD points? Like, you should be able to earn some sort of... There should be some sort of track to get you to be able to earn stuff. I like Terminus. The Tomb was a thing. What about Liberty Falls? That's how it's been since Warzone. Oh, yeah. I mean, BO4, you could earn all of the DLC weapons just by playing. I mean, they didn't add it till way later, but you could do it. All right, 1 second, guys. I need to just beat this son of a bitch. Oh, let's just throw this. There's a Casimir right here. Just let me grab it. Why can't I grab it? There he goes. Got it. You know what's also really good for this strat? I know you guys aren't going to believe me, but the War Machine. The War Machine actually takes everything out so well. Like, you'd be pretty surprised. The Amalgam really fucks everything up, like heavy duty. Oh yeah, we checked it earlier. Well, I didn't check it, but I saw that it was working. So yeah, we're good on that. Like a few minutes after we were talking about it, a monkey bomb dropped. I just didn't see stuff really dropping, but to be fair, I did get to round 100 like 2 days ago, so maybe my like internal clock of how often they drop is a little off, which is totally fair. All right. Okay. Overwatch brought back loot boxes. Yeah. And I don't hate loot boxes. I don't hate bundles. I hate how they're implemented. Like, you know, best thing I've been doing is taking every day as it comes. Oh yeah, hell yeah. You got to take every day and just kind of tick little boxes, you know, about progress. It's just hard to manage it all by yourself, you know. Yeah, that Carver skin, bro. That's so something I got a little pushback for this in a video I made on the podcast channel, which was about, you know, the kind of reacting to the Tomb, or yeah, to the Tomb stuff when it first came out. And I said I didn't like how they were advertising the bundles for Carver and Weaver at the beginning and even Gray. And people were like, oh, I don't care. It like adds to the aesthetic of the map. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. But they're not advertising the map, they're advertising the bundles, which is lame, right? Like, I think that's lame. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm an old fart yelling at the clouds, right? But I personally think that sucks. Okay. Loot boxes are not bad if they... Well, I don't know if you guys know this, and I mentioned it a little bit ago. I don't know who's kind of joined. But everything in Black Ops 4 is earnable. All you have to do is just straight up play the game. It's crazy. You just play the game and earn loot boxes, like loot crates or whatever, by doing challenges and shit. And you literally get every single item in the game for free just by playing. And then you can trade those crates in and get dupe protected items or duplicate protected loot boxes, which then allow you to roll and get all the cosmetic shit. So like you can get all the DLC weapons and the mastercrafts or not mastercrafts, the Mark II variants for completely free. It costs like 25 or 30 crates per item. You get it for completely free just by grinding zombies and MP. And then, damn, I got another Casimir. And then, yeah, and then you can keep grinding and get all the items, roll them, getting them dupe protected by trading in like 5 or 6 crates at a time. It's like, it's a little bit heavy-handed, don't get me wrong, but it's better than paying for it. Better than fucking paying for it.
Suck it up, ass bite.
Oh, shit! Oh, I love BO4. It's so good. I know it's not perfect, and there's stuff with the gameplay that I would probably change, but for the most part, it's like the perfect COD to me. Like, I fucking love it, man. And thank you, Rumple Foreskin. Holy shit, you guys are funny. I know, Mega. It's crazy. It is so crazy. Like, the devs just, like, have so many good ideas, and then the higher-ups at Treyarch and Activision just snuff it. That's something that I think we need to, like, understand is, like, people are always like, oh, it's just Activision. It is Activision, don't get me wrong. But Treyarch also has a hand in this, too. And when I say Treyarch has a hand, I'm not talking about, like, Kevin Drew. Like, Kevin Drew and, you know, all those other developers that are working on zombies, they're just passionate artists trying to make a game that we'll love. But the higher-ups are, you know, they work in tandem with Activision, and they're the ones that are, you know, forcing Treyarch to implement systems in a certain way, and it's a shame because we could be getting some of the best content ever, but instead we're going in weird directions that don't even make sense. I agree. He was on that team. He was on the team with Mob. He was on the team with Origins. He was on the team with ZNS, Ancient Evil. Yeah, you know. One thing I gotta say, while I say Cannon's great work on Chopper Zombies. So, yeah, I thought that was awesome. I actually still need to finish it. I'm only about halfway through, but he did a really good job. I really liked his narration style. I thought it was really interesting. It was you know, because not throwing anybody under the bus, but there's a multitude of ways you can make those videos, like just kind of reading things as it comes, or playing all the cutscenes. Like you've seen those videos that are like, you know, the COD Zombies movie, and it's like every cutscene, you know, that they have. And I like the approach he took, and I think he has a good voice for it, and showing the mix of cutscenes and radios. I thought it was really well done. Basically what I did is I got all the footage for BO4, and then I played all the games for I played a bunch of games of BO3, and actually Stanley helped too a little bit with Moon and Rev, and then Chopper went in my account and got all the footage for that. I wanted to do more, but I wasn't able to because of time. But yeah, some of that footage was actually from when I did my BO4 retrospectives, like stuff that I didn't use. So I'm actually kind of glad it got put to use. It's pretty awesome. No, you're good, Levix. You don't have to apologize. I can't speak anything other than... Oh, actually, that's not true. Hola, bonjour, Alvidazen. Is that something? So there you go. I'm a multilingual guy now. No, I only speak English. So when people say sorry, I don't speak English very well, I'm like, bro. I lived in Brazil for 3 months, and I didn't learn Portuguese the whole time I was there. So don't apologize to me. Rumple, are you saying that you think elixirs are better? I don't understand how anyone can say elixirs aren't better than gobblegums. Not only being able to earn way more spins in BO4, having to reset. Oh, okay. Well, to be honest with you, I think they both are good for different reasons. So, the one thing I like about BO3s is I like how I can kind of use them at my own leisure, like in the sense of they're at a machine. It adds a little bit of randomness to the gameplay. It the system was really well designed with like the colors and the textures, like of things being timed or versus things being one-time use versus things being sorry, hold on one second. Having a little bit of brain farts because I'm concentrating. Like things being one-time use versus things being timed versus things being multiple use items. Like I really liked that system. And with the elixirs, I didn't like necessarily the timed aspect of it, because if you wanted to use the plain elixirs, they actually had a really long cooldown. So I think that part was actually not really well designed by Treyarch. But I do like the elixir system. I don't think it's bad. I think if I had to pick one, I think I would probably pick BO3's Gobblegums because of the way the gameplay systems worked. I just think it worked better in that game. But for what the elixir system is, it works really well inside of BO4. Like, that's the thing people have to consider is, like, the games don't work the same. So the systems of those consumables wouldn't work the same. And that's when it gets messy, when people are comparing the features in games one-to-one when they're not really one-to-one. So, like, the elixirs, the green elixirs in BO4 are balanced perfectly. They just needed shorter cooldowns. Oh, yeah, it does. You're right, it does. And I even think they tuned down the cooldown a little bit as well. I still like them. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying my preference. I just think they both have like their place. Funnily enough, as I've been doing the podcast, I've been asking people like what their favorite consumable system is at the end of the episode, and a lot of people are saying the Fate and Fortune cards, which I find fascinating because I think outside of World War II, which was you know, the worst system ever made, I think that the Infinite Warfare cards are probably my least favorite because none of the cards really did shit. Oh, he skipped 9 completely? I'll have to go back and check that part. Really? Why did you like that, Levix? Why do you guys like that card system? Yo, thank you guys for the support on the stream, guys. We're at nearly 50 people on a first stream back. Like, holy shit, you guys are fucking crazy. I can't even believe it. I'm absolutely so grateful. I really want to do streaming more on the channel, so this is really encouraging. Oh, let's just pick these guys out. Well, yeah, that's true. I guess, so I remember going through that game live, and that card came way late in the game's life cycle, and so now I love that card, but at the time, like, it wasn't around, and so it was like I never found much use out of the cards until like those OP ones came later, like but like even the double packed gun card, it was like it was a random gun, like you couldn't even choose like which gun you got, and like that shit is annoying. But it adds a little bit of element of RNG elements. You know, it just sucks when you're paying money for this stuff. But granted, it was earnable for free. So I'm gonna have to go back and reevaluate it because going through BO4 and editing, you know, and doing reviews for BO6 has really changed like my perspective on you know how games are designed and whatnot. So. Just want to go get that bomb. Oh, I missed it. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch! So, do you guys see how, like, great this strat is? Like, you don't have to abuse anything. You can... It's pretty chill. It's really fun. This is, like, a really fun strat. And, pro tip, every time you do this animation on them, this shot, it actually completely resets the enemy's movements except for the amalgams. So you can essentially, you know, continually reset, as long as you have ammo, continually reset the enemy's animations from not hitting you and really, like, make sure you're protected. Need a drink of water. Okay. Good call on the hydration. That's true. I didn't even think about that. God, I would love to be able to kill all these bastards in one go. Need to figure out a way to do that. Maybe I can turn the trap on at the same time. Damn, I got another one? Bro. Is the AI BS? Like, you mean like as in artificial intelligence of like the map design, or is there any specific aspect that you're furious about with it? Furious is kind of aggressive word, but you know what I mean. Oh.
Gravity can do the rest.
There we go. Yeah, when they did that stuff in Citadel with the art design, I was pretty upset. Like, well, you know what I mean, like with Glitching Queen's video. So, you know what's really funny is I was talking to Chopper and we were talking about Citadel. I don't remember if he was at my house or whatever, but we were talking and he said something along the lines of like, I don't know why. He's like, but I just feel like there's nowhere super pretty to look inside of Citadel. And he's like, I don't feel like there's anywhere pretty inside of Citadel to kind of get gameplay. Because, you know, when you're a content creator, you want to have, like, pretty spaces of the maps. Holy shit! Hold on a second. Hold on a second. That was pretty intense. See, every now and then one will slip in and just fuck everything up. Hold on one second, because I do want to talk about this, guys. God, that was intense as hell. Okay. Yeah, no, I agree. It's all assertions, right? Well, they're assertions without 100% proven evidence, right? Like there's lots of inferences, there's lots of theories being made. It's not 100%. But I do believe that they are, I mean, based off of the preliminary testing she did, it does look like they're at least using some of these systems, right? Which is kind of strange. At least it brings up questions. Like, should they be doing this? Are they doing it? You know? And if they are, that's pretty lame. I hope that they're not. But yeah, it's not 100% proven. Like even when Blame Truth is making videos and he's like, the player count's like the lowest it's ever been, it's like, okay, but we can't really prove that, you know? But Activision is never going to tell us. Like, we're never going to know because Like there's BattleNet, there's Microsoft's Game Pass on PC, there's people playing on PlayStation 4, on Xbox One. There's people playing pretty much spread out across so many different systems. So it's like it's hard to really get an accurate gauge of what the player counts are, right? That being said, like it does probably seem like they're a little on the low side, but what does that actually mean? What does low mean relative to what? And so when Glitching Queen's pointing out the AI stuff, like all I'm saying is like it's definitely looks like it's leaning to that. And I don't necessarily even care that they're doing it on emblems and stuff. What I don't like is that they're selling it, if it's true. Like, if it's true, the fact they're selling it's just so lame. And if they're using AI in the map and not letting a real artist, like, paint the graffiti, that sucks. Like, why not let the artist do that? As opposed to just having some random AI image. Like, that takes the soul out of the map. Like, imagine, for example, if we got Drak and we had the Wolf King paintings to get the wolf bow, and they were AI generated paintings. Like, that would be so lame. So that's kind of that's how I'm trying to look at it, you know? Sorry guys, hold on one second. Blame Truth is a grifter making hate content. Here's how I look at Blame Truth. I look at Blame Truth as like, I do think he's a little exaggerated for the views, but I do think he's serious. Let me try to say this in another way. I think he's 30% serious. I think he's 30% exaggerating, and then I think he's 30% playing like a character. Like he's trying to play like the bad guy as a wrestling character. You know, the guy that you want to hate. Like that's kind of his shtick. So that's how I feel about him. Because I've been watching him for a long time. Same with like the classic OG creators, NeuroCinema, and I've been watching him for a while. So he really like loves wrestling, and you can. In my opinion, I think you can tell like he's trying to be like the guy that riles you up and the guy that you hate. And I do think he's passionate about fixing COD, but I don't necessarily always think the way he presents numbers is accurate, because you have to. He's working with what he's got, you know. So it's a mixed bag in my opinion. But the heel, exactly. Yeah, NeuroCinema is. Again, I actually have great respect for NeuroCinema. He was an alcoholic and he got his shit together, and I respect him greatly for that, actually. But yeah, people are just unhappy with COD. I will say though, sorry guys, there's a lot in the chat, and I'm trying to get through it all, but it's hard with the chaos of the round 100. This COD feels like a lot of people's breaking point, because this COD started off great. You know, the maps were cool. I know people weren't exactly thrilled about multiplayer, but I liked the maps. There was lots of guns. The camo system was great. The prestige system, and then there was like the AI, and the game started getting broken. And then stuff happened with zombies, and anti-cheat and Warzone, and there's a lot of stuff going on. I think people are just kind of sick of it, and it's like a culmination of tense feelings. Like let me put it this way: imagine you're in a relationship, and your boyfriend or your girlfriend is just like pissing you off for years, and you've never really said anything, and finally you stand your ground and you speak your mind. It's kind of like that same thing of like all this tension of boiling up. I think that's more so what it is than anything else. Hold on, I gotta get out of this. All right, let me catch up on the chat really quick. Okay. Every map. Okay. Just look AI. This is terrible. The fact that you can live in a corner with 10 minutes without getting crit since the game, it is pretty crazy. I actually think this is kind of fun, to be honest, like a camping strat gone mad. I do wish you could train though. I miss training. Yeah. that's the only thing I don't like. It's, well, see, here's the thing, Aethers. It's not 1/4 of the player base, or 1/4 of like where the player base is. Like, we don't know where the numbers are. So there are on like 6 different platforms, but like there could be half of them could be on Xbox. Like, we don't know the exact numbers. So he's just making an inference based off of the data he's collected, but it's still not ever going to be fully accurate. Every map feels AI. He was the glue. I mean, I do miss Blundell's maps. And then, yes, COD is still #1 on the PlayStation Store, which is why it gets confusing, right? It's like, what does that mean? Are people playing Warzone? Are people playing zombies? Like, so I would like to know a little bit more about how that's set up. Let's see. Yeah, I do think he is playing into the shtick a little bit, but I do think it's entertaining. And sometimes I get frustrated with COD, and I'll watch his videos, and it'll make me, you know, kind of vent in a way that's healthy. You know, he kind of takes it out for me. It's so interesting to hear that about the game. I don't know what I said. It's completely opposite from your perspective. I don't know if what I said or not, but maybe you can refer to it again. Yeah, I don't like that people are shitting on it. That's why it's really complicated. COD should just build maps and let us and add EDs and stuff. Like custom stuff. I don't know if they're ever going to do custom stuff again. But here's the thing. When I made my Tomb video, people were so pissed at me. They said I was a shill. They said I was lying. They said I was a COD, you know, sea sucker, saying all that stuff. And then I made a video about the Tomb, being more critical of it because like I had more time to play with it and find its shortcomings. And then I was a COD hater, and the game's dying, and I'm like an idiot for it, you know. So it's like no matter what, you're never gonna win in that regard. But I do think that it's a little heavy-handed with the COD like criticism right now, and I do think that COD should be criticized. Like if they're using AI and they're treating their workers badly, or they're not giving players what they want, I think that should be called out. But there is a lot about BO6 that I think is good. Like, I think the gunplay, I think the gameplay mechanics as a whole feel really solid, and it's really fun to do stuff. I think the grind is really good. But the thing is they need to make those systems substantive. Like, just because there's a grind doesn't mean that's all you need in the game. It needs to have depth in a lot of other ways inside of the maps themselves. And it needs to reward people properly. And so if they're not going to do that, that's where it's like, okay, well, I have this ability to grind out camos in Black Ops Zombies, right? But what do I do after that? Like, what do I do once I grind all the camos? You know? Because there's not a lot of side Easter eggs like there was in BO3 and BO4. There's not a lot of depth in the map, so it's like, what happens after that? And I think those questions are perfectly valid to ask. Oh, shit. Shit.
Bullets and crap landmines. Suck it up, ass bites.
Yo, what's up, Dr. A? I gotta pay attention for a second. Yeah, and that's what I try to do in my content, is like talk about, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? I know I'm not going to be perfect. I don't try to be perfect. I have some of the same opinions as a lot of content creators, but I also try to, like, you know, offer a little bit of a difference. But And I also, what I really like to do with my content is I like to make things kind of artistic. Like I really like to try to make you guys immersed in the video, like treating the video as like an experience. Okay, cool. All right, let's go get our perks. I really appreciate that, Rumble. Thank you. I appreciate that, Konami. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate that support. Really, I genuinely mean that. It's actually not as difficult as it seems, but I'm just an idiot and like totally screwed up. Just want to get some of the core perks back.
Been practicing my belly flop for this.
I just can't believe I went down. I'm such an idiot. Last time I did this, I didn't go down once. Or maybe I did, actually. I don't really remember. But it is chaotic. You just gotta kind of stick to the system of spamming, shooting, spamming, shooting, spamming, shooting. And then every now and then, oh, wow. Dr. A made me look like a fool. Made me look like a fool. Or if Giddy Lee was singing, the fool is a dragon who's flying in the sky. It really has changed, man. But I do think that there's something that is important, and this is kind of missing from my content. I think that people like, well, people have always liked authenticity, right? Straight up. You know, people just like authenticity. But what I mean is, what I'm going for here is like, if you go to Mr. Raffle Waffle's channel, you're gonna get videos that are like deep retrospectives. Whoops. That are like deep retrospectives. You're gonna get content that's like off the cuff, and you're gonna get content that's you know, guide focused and stuff, and you're gonna get a really nice variety, and you really get to know Milo. And like, he'll even do streams where you know, he's baking cookies and shit, and I really like that about him. And I really need to start doing that. Like, it's like, great, I have my retrospectives, people like those, people like the reviews, and I'm so grateful, and I would never change that, trade that in for a million years. But what I do wish that I did more was, I just wish that I had a chance to really do more casual stuff, like outside of the podcast, like make videos that are, you know, just going over the patch notes and just talking shit with you guys. And I just don't think there's a place for that in my content right now. Hopefully there will be one day, but not today. Oh shit, I forgot to get a gobble gun. I'll get one soon. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a Cold War retrospective for sure. Definitely for sure. I just can't decide if I'm gonna do it map by map or not. Well, just to have more of a casual conversation with you guys, you know? Yeah, and bringing, I guess, more personality into it. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Man, I really gotta lock in, guys. Sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you. I forgot how fast you have to shoot and do this part. So this definitely isn't hard, but you really do have to pay attention. My guy, come on, come on. Darang, yeah, it's just a 7-hour video of me playing Duranfang. No commentary. This is my retrospective. Dang, these guys are tough cookies, huh? Mauer is a solid ass map, that's for sure. Okay, we need to get another gobble gum just so we have a full stack. Hopefully it's like a max ammo or something. Okay, maybe that'll work. Yeah, I'm using Frenzied Guard. It's actually pretty good for this. I'm debating about switching to Ether Shroud for the boss fight, but I'm not sure. Because I want to be able to give myself more armor. I have mixed feelings about Cold War. Like, I definitely don't hate it. Funnily enough, Firebase Z is the one map that's really grown on me. Yeah, Doctor, we're gonna do the boss at round 100. We've already done the whole Easter egg. We're just trying to get to round 100 now. Should probably happen in the next like 30 minutes. So thank you guys for chilling, having fun. I'll have to go back and re-experience it. I was starting to do the retrospective like before BO6 came out, but then BO6 is essentially just taken all of my time. Yeah. Yeah, it does in some ways. But where I actually think Cold War is better is with like the story and stuff. I think Cold War did the narrative a lot better. The story in BO6 I feel like has been pretty flat. It started off strong, but even stuff like, well, in Cold War the cutscenes weren't really good, but in BO6 like the cutscenes are even kind of weird. Like what is the intro cutscene to Citadel? Like, what does it actually accomplish, you know? Like, it's just kind of people standing in... Oh, that was gone already? Oh, no, there it is. It's just people standing in a room and talking. Whereas, like, the cutscenes for the Giant or something is, like, so fucking badass. So, I kind of just wish they would go all out with the cutscenes a little bit more. And that's the thing is, well, I think part of the way to enjoy the modern era of zombies is to kind of like let the story go a little bit. I don't think it'll ever be to the heights of what it was back in the day, and that's okay. I was actually pretty curious, like with the stuff with Richthofen and Samantha and what was going on with the Dark Ether. I just think they're taking way too long to get anywhere. Like with Cold War, it felt like they didn't really get anywhere. But I do think that there was more story information than there has been so far. But we're only a few months into this life cycle, and it looks like Treyarch is really trying to make more maps than ever before. And so I'm really trying to give them a chance, you know? I'm not just trying to sit here and be like all doom and gloom all the time. Not saying you are. I'm just saying that, you know, if I ever, you know, start making other content on other games, like, this is probably the last chance I'm giving Zombies for it to get back on its feet, and I think it's doing a pretty good job of hitting a lot of things that I like about Zombies. But you know, the era of the come up of Zombies was just special. Like, there's just you can't deny it. It was just a special time, and that's all it is, you know. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the cutscenes here in this game. They honestly remind me of like IW Zombies, where they're just like, guys, we're going to another location, guys. And it's like, all right, let's go to it. Which is fine. But like that ending cutscene at Gorod Krovi where like Nikolai gets killed, or yeah, where Nikolai gets killed, or at the end where Dempsey Actually, all the cutscenes in BO3 are really, really fucking good, in my opinion. Hey, don't dog on that classified cutscene. Hey, you know, you got to get to round 150 for the most neutral cutscene of all time. Don't dog on it, though. Don't dog on it. I kind of sounded like Trump there for a second. Don't dog on my cutscene. It's the most beautiful cutscene of all time.
Just clearing out the riffraff.
Oh, the classified intro is one of the goatest, most goated. It's great. It's nearly perfect. Like, it's such a unique, and that's the one thing that Blundell really did a good job with. He did a good job making sure every map felt distinct from one another. Go tested. Exactly. Yeah, there was just a special era, guys. You guys have all said some interest. Oh, I hope I don't lose that mutant injection. Sorry, guys. I normally don't like to use mutant injections, but I just want to save some of your, save you some time. Yo, Konami, thank you. Thank you for having it, or for coming by. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Thank you for liking the stream. Thank you for all that support. This has been an absolutely phenomenal stream. I can't even fucking believe it. We'll see. I hope not. I hope I don't go down, but maybe I will. Yeah, this is amazing. I've only done, I think I tried to do a stream like when Black Ops 6 Zombies first came out, but my internet fucked it up, so. I'm in awe. You guys are amazing. Yo! B-Rad the main. Yo, Rizzo, what's up? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. By the way, I will get you a rough draft of the pod later this weekend. Gonna be editing it tomorrow finally. Appreciate your patience. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, only like 5 million rounds to go, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, I have mixed opinions about the Easter egg solve time, because I often wonder, like, do you guys think, genuinely, this is a real question. Do you guys think that if DE came out today, it would be solved in like 10 seconds? Revelations would take probably 17 years, but do you guys think that DE would be solved like immediately? I'm almost inclined to think that it might. Because, so the other day in, actually, funnily enough, John and I were talking about this on the pod, but I went through and I played Ascension the other day, and I did the Easter egg for the first time, and that Easter egg is piss easy. You shoot some monkeys, you go to a monkey round and like turn on a computer, which is no different than Terminus, by the way, and what else do you do? And then you like stand on a pressure plate for 2 minutes, and then you ride the lunar landers, and then like you're done. And so I'm like, why did that feel adventurous and fun. Like, why did that not piss me off? But like, Terminus feels easy. You know, like, why does that? Why do I feel that way? I don't know. Why does that feel like I'm going on a magic adventure? But the Terminus Easter egg, like, it annoys me when I hear Peck go, oh, hopefully they find some node connectors. Like, I'm a hypocrite. I understand that, but I just don't understand why I'm a hypocrite. Maybe it's literally just that. But like, I mean, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here, because in Ascension, like, all I did was go to the mystery box, turn on power, rode some lunar landers. That was it, really. But it felt more of an adventure. I don't get it, guys. There's like, that's like what we were even saying in the podcast, is like, we can't even quantify it. It just is. And that's what I don't like. It's like, why can't I put my finger? Is it because I played zombies so much it's predictable? No problem, Avery. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. I just don't get it. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, Dr. A. Like, I 100% agree. I just... Even the Easter egg on Terminus is more involved in you know... I don't think I'm going to be able to get that, Oh, shit. Shit. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to pick that up. That's all I wanted. Well, that was scary. That is true, Jeepus Chrysler. That is definitely true. I don't know why I stayed in this machine. I should have just got out. It's so funny you brought that up, Dr. A. Like, somebody just a few minutes ago was talking about how they love the exfil system and they think it adds a lot to the game. Like, it gives you a purpose, and it's like, and I told them, I was like, you know, I don't really use it. I don't love it or hate it. I'm kind of neutral on it. Like, stuff like that to me, I think is neutral. Like, it doesn't hurt the game. But it kind of turns zombies into more of like a, you know, military-esque system. But at least they're having fun with it. Like, everybody likes Raptor 1, and I think stuff like that's good for the community to, like, rally around. But yeah, I'm pretty neutral on it, to be honest. And it did work really well inside of Modern Warfare zombies, to be quite honest. Like, having that exfil system as an extraction in the extraction shooter, I thought worked really nicely. Yay! Hold on. Oh, you know what? You know what I forgot? I forgot to put an ammo mod on there. I was like wondering why they're not dying as quickly. All right. The feeling of zombies is completely dead. The zombies shouldn't have scores. That I do agree with. Well, actually, again, I partially agree with it because I don't know if you know who Nova is. He made a really awesome video the other day about the Mangler thing, the mutant injection, and he made some really interesting points. Wait, why did my HUD change? That's weird. He made a really good video. We'll get one. We'll get one. He made a really good video about mutant injections, and how score streaks have actually been in zombies for a while. And I was like, what? Wait, they have? And he was actually right with the death machine. And so, but they were just in the form of a power up, and it's really just, oh, I got a perkaholic. It's really just about the implementation. Here, I'm going to move myself down so you guys can see that. Oops. It's really about the implementation of these systems, right? It's none of the features that they have in BO6 are bad. It's the implementation of things that can be disgruntling to fans. It's like, I don't hate score streaks, but it's like, why are they at a crafting table in on every map? That's what I don't like. I think the crafting table is a really big problem because they turned something that actually used to have meaning of like crafting a special useful item for that particular map and turned it into a place that turned it into a system that has everything everywhere all the time, and I actually genuinely don't like, to be quite honest with you. Oh yeah. That exact good one, Ethers. The Dragon Strike, great call. I didn't even think about that. You're right. Sorry guys, I gotta lock in a little bit more here. It's actually getting a little hard to talk and play at the same time, but this is why I practiced. Because I knew that if anybody did show up to the stream, I was like, it's going to be really hard to be able to talk and play at the same time with how chaotic this is. But you guys are very patient, and I appreciate you so much. Whoa, hey-oh. There we go. So much faster. I was going to say, they were dying so much faster in my previous game. Yo, B-Rad. Yo, B-Rad, well, actually, what do you guys think I should do when I get to the boss fight? Should I switch to the ASG shotgun for the boss? Or should I, should I keep the beam smasher? Or should I basically keep this setup I have now? Mustang and Sally's, beam smasher. Or should I switch the Mustang and Sally's out for the ASG shotgun? Or should I keep the Mustang and Sally's and use the ASG instead of the beam smasher? Should I get rid of the beam smasher? And then on top of that, should I use Aether Shroud? Or should I use whatever the hell I'm using now, Frenzied Guard? I almost think going to Aether Shroud would probably be smarter for that. GS. Is GS these? What's GS? These guns I have now. Yo, what's up, Jolts? So change to dead wire. This is why I wanted to do the podcast and stuff, and it's because being able to like have a stream and like have Jolts come in and Rizzo come in and Stanley come in and even like Greg FPS has come in before, like being able to have everybody come in one place, I think is so awesome. Like I want this community to be like a one-stop shop of zombies community mayhem. Okay, so keep these pistols, but put dead wire on them. And then what do we keep? The beam smasher? And then do we keep Aether Shroud? That's a great question, Peter. I've thought about it. I've thought about it. Let me just put it that way. I just haven't done it yet. Maybe we should. Maybe Jolts and VRAD and we can do that for our episode if they're down. I hope so. MZC is awesome. Okay. I'm just worried about armor. How are you liking your see you, Dr. A? Hope you have a really great night. Hey, Mr. L's back. Hey, it's hanging. Short and shrivelly and to the left. That's true. Plates do drop pretty often. See, this is really when this high rounds shit takes forever. It's really just this part. Nice. Did you see, Mr. L, did you see Mr. Raffle Waffle's Lightmend review? Like, do you agree with him? How's work, B-Rad? Where are you working at? Or you don't have to, like, dox yourself. I'm just curious. It seems like it's kind of busted. All right, Rumple. Have a good rest of your night. Your username is fucking hilarious. I feel like I've seen you around before. I feel like your name is familiar, but it is really fucking funny. Damn it! Disappeared. Dude, this guy's voice lines are really strange. He just said, does somebody want to tell me why his mouth tastes like a dead dog's ass? What the fuck? Oh, nice. That's sick. I didn't know you worked at a news station. That's awesome. Yo, thank you guys for nearly 50 or 50 plus people at the live stream. That is fucking amazing for a first stream back in a while. Thank you guys for the likes, all that support. You are fucking awesome. Bro, another one dropped? Holy shit. And then another one. This is absolutely insane. Yeah, his lines are pretty funny, actually. Oh yeah, reviewing. That's nice. That's good. Reviewing double tap. Yeah, Lightmend. It seemed kind of busted. Like it seemed like some of the augments weren't working, but their game could have been bugged because they were playing duos in like a weird lobby, and maybe all the saving and starting and stopping like bugged the ammo mod because it didn't seem to be working right. So I'd be curious to see how yours is. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. God, I fucking love the Beam Smasher. I just love this weapon so much. I know it's not as probably fun to watch, but this is just so satisfying to do. Just crunch the absolute shit out of zombies. It just feels so good. Also, for the people who are saying, you know, there's no score streaks in zombies, I think Infinite Warfare did a good job of putting score streaks in zombies. Straight up, I do. Yeah, this whole sound of it, the crunchiness, I just love it. It's just great. Yeah, you definitely need vultures for this thing, or else it's kind of... To be fair, all the wonder weapons, except for the swords, I suppose, really need vultures' aid to keep them effective. And it's kind of lame that you basically get infinite ammo in modern zombies with these perks or whatever. But at the same time, if we had the ammo system the way it was back in the day, like, we would run out of ammo in 2 minutes just because there's so many more zombies on the map. And you can't really, well, you have the ammo crates, but it's not quite the same. Oh, okay. Kind of lost it for a second there. She was fast. I've actually haven't done high rounds in Exos. I want to, but I haven't yet. Yeah. Relax, zombies. Do people still hate the Beam Smasher? Good thing my shamrocks just dropped. Shamrocking on, baby. Yeah, I think the Shadow Throne's probably my favorite map from World War II. I know. I really hate them. And then even when you're done with the event, they're still there. I also hate the events because when I review content and they're in there, it makes the videos dated, and I don't like that. I want my zombies reviews to not really be dated like that. And so it's kind of frustrating when I can't turn them off. Man, there is a lot of you. It just feels so good to kill them. Bruh. All this infinite ammo is making me start to sweat a little bit, huh? I swore I saw another. There it is. There it is. Can't hide from me. Sniff you out. Yo, Brian. I was still cracking up, Brian, when at that picture. It was so funny. So funny. It was like, ooh, girl. So good. Okay, all right. Oh yeah, Rizzo literally carried World War II zombies. He really did. He was who I watched 90% of the time for everything. Plus, he got a lot of the best interviews with the devs and stuff. It was great. I need to rewatch that video, though. It's been a long time. Ooh, girl! Yeah, it was funny, because in the podcast, I was kind of like simping for Rizzo. Because he just made such good content, like way ahead of way ahead of the trend of like doing these like cinematic type reviews. So good. Yeah, he has an interview. He has an interview where he's talking to. Oh, that was. Sorry, guys, hold on. Yeah, if you go onto his channel, he has an interview where he's talking to Cameron Dayton and Jason Wernicke, I think is his name. Man, the amalgams screw up this whole flow. It's so frustrating. I have to cheat. I hate it. I hate it, guys. I hate it. Wow, that was not worth it at all. Hey. Truth is the truth, man. It is the truth. I mean, all the other zombies YouTubers like hated World War II, and I understand. I will say I think probably the other YouTuber who covered things kind of more positively was probably Mr. Dalek JD. He seems to kind of push through every COD no matter how he's feeling, just like covering it. But it was clear that like Rizzo really liked World War II, which made the content obviously more appealing to watch. Man, these guys are aggressive right now. What is going on? I was not having this trouble yesterday. Yo, Mangler, chill, dog. Daddy, chill. You see how they all kind of like just flew up? That was pretty funny. Bro, this is intense.
Suck it up, ass bite.
Where'd they go? Is that it? Is he the last one? There's no way. Why is that so intense? Oh, man. I do use the war machines if I see them, but I haven't seen them in a minute. And I have heard the Dark Flare buff is really good. I just have the Frenzied Guard thing on because of the armor. Alright, clearly I need to pay attention. Bro will not die. Okay, so probably as I knock him down every time, I'm going to need to throw a Molotov just to really weaken them. Yeah, that's really going to speed things up. That helps quite a bit. All right, sorry guys, I'm really not trying to ignore you, but I have to like really hardcore lock in here. They are coming in hot today. This was like way easier last night for some reason. All right, let's see. What do we got? Okay, we got a Casimir. I'm just gonna go get a mutant injection just to be safe. Holy crap, this was crazy. Yeah, we got a lot of goats here in this chat. Some pretty goated people. I also keep forgetting I have anywhere but here. I feel so cheap doing it, but girls gotta do what a girl's gotta do. Yeah, we're just a bunch of goats. This probably wasn't my brightest move. But, you know, we can't win them all. We can't win them all. Oh, cool, cool, sweet. Woo! That insta-kill would be real nice. And it's gone. Kind of being tucked into this side corner is actually really helpful. All right, there's another, what's it called out there? Oh. Come on, get out of here. Ah. That's scary, I don't like that. Okay. Oh, daddy chill, daddy chill. You know, I'd have to rebuild all that stuff again. Rebuild all my guitar stuff because I don't have a lot of it anymore. But yeah, just doing an IRL, you know, chill stream would be pretty fun to do. And just like talking about music and oh crap. This is a fun round 100. I'm gonna be straight up with you. This is probably the most fun I've had. I don't know. I think this might beat out the Tomb for me. I think I like this probably the most. Jeepus, I can't talk about that right now because I'm not smart enough to multitask like that. But I mean, we talked about that a little bit earlier. But like we were talking about some stuff like for me personally, like Blink-182, Primus. Oh, I loved Eminem back in the day when I was a kid and early Dr. Dre. Pink Floyd, Foo Fighters, Queens of the Stone Age. I liked punk rock and like emo, screamo music like Under Oath. I'm trying real hard. Oh no. Come on. Yeah, I loved Pink Floyd back in the day. I think Animals is probably my favorite album of theirs. I love the song Dogs. It's so good. Man, I was really going to try to get that power drop, but guess not. Synthwave. I don't know. Can you give me some examples of the artists that you're talking about? I like earlier I was saying I almost like I like a lot of genres. I don't like every one. Funnily enough, somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they like picked every genre I'm not a fan of, which was hilarious. They asked me if I liked industrial rock and something else, and it was like 2 genres I'm not a huge fan of. I thought that was pretty funny. Because they're like, I like a lot of genres, but I'm selective about the artists I like in those genres, if that kind of makes any sense. All right, let's go. We're so close to being done. I am curious. Oh, psychedelic rock, that's right. I am curious if I don't know if Jolts is still here, or if anybody can answer this question, but I wonder if this boss fight is like capped, or if, like, in terms of skill, or if it's going to be like round 100 level difficulty in the boss. Like I don't know. I'm a little scared about that, but we'll see. John Carpenter. I'm not sure I've heard of that person. Okay, well, that's good for the health cap, but are the zombies, like, do they behave like round 100 zombies? Interesting. Okay. I mean, that's kind of good to know, but kind of lame also at the same time. It's kind of lame because, you know, I want this to be an entertaining stream, but it's good for me at the same time because I suck and I need everything handed to me because that's just how I am. Okay, so they're still going to be crazy fast, but they're just a little easier. Okay, fair enough. That's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to fix the chat thing. I don't really like the way it's laid out. Thought it would be cool, but it's really not that cool. Probably my fastest one yet. You're all good, man. I understand how it is. Jolts, trust me. I know how content creators watch other streams. I know. You have them on. You you're kind of like paying attention. It's like half paying attention. It's like kind of in the background. You're doing other stuff. But that's the thing about being a content creator is that you end up not really watching as much content as you want to watch because you're making it. That's the one thing I miss about not doing content creation is that I holy moly. Yo, what's up, dork? Holy. No, that's just how it is. Well, I actually, let me say, there's two states of content creators when they're watching a live stream. There's the ones that's like in the middle of rendering a video and, oh, hold on. So they'll like, or maybe they're like the end of their kind of their work shift or whatever you want to call it. And then there's the kind that are like half in, half out. Oh man, that was scary. Still coming? Or? Okay. Man. Exactly, Dork. That's exactly. Bro, what the hell? They're just like flying in right now. This was way hard. This is way easier last night. I've really like disrupted my flow. Like looking away from the screen for a second just like completely fucks me up. The sad thing, I know I keep forgetting about him, honestly. The sad thing about, Jeepus, I was just about to say that. The thing is, we have to actually get to 101. Yeah, I don't really watch as much zombies content as I used to, but basically the only content of zombies I'll watch is just friends. Like I just like to know like what, you know, Jolts is thinking. I like to check in and see what Stanley's doing, and you know, I like to stare at John's renders in the morning while I'm shaving. Oh, I didn't see you, brother. Okay, one more to go. When you hit the anywhere but here gobblegum, does it do that protective thing like it does with the mutant injection? I heard that it didn't do that. I actually have never used it before. Okay, that's good to know. I'll check in a second. Probably like 3 hours, maybe. We started streaming at 9 or 9:30 or something. What gums do I have? Let's try to get Arsenal Accelerator. Is there a gum machine in here? I can't remember. Okay, we need to switch this to dead wire. And then we need to get a gumball, which will be up here. I just can't help myself. Please be Arsenal Accelerator. Nope, I don't want that. I really want Arsenal Accelerator, and I'm not going to wait 5 minutes for that. So, maybe we'll just have to churn through one more round. You know, I just realized that gobblegums don't get rewarded any other way than the machine. Be interesting if they dropped, like, in other ways, too. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. My fear is, though, that I won't get what I want, and then I'll be fucked. So I think I'm just going to play it safe. That is a good idea, though, but I'm not sure if it'll come up, because I've had that happen to me before where it doesn't cycle properly. Because I don't think, like, even though you have the first 3 gobblegums in your pack, I don't think it, like, I think it's still random even after you have them and use them. Like, it starts like a fresh cycle, and it might not be from the ones that you had previously. At least that's happened to me before a couple times. It's really annoying. Oh, shit. Are you sure? Because I mean, I believe you, Total Dork. It's just, it's happened to me where, like, that, where it's been the other one. Like, the other day I was playing, and I had Hidden Power, and I was trying to, or no, I had Wonder Bar. Oh, actually, nope, you're right. I fucked up. Nope, you're right. Because I spawned in with Wonder Bar, and then I used it, and then I don't know. I fucked up. I misunderstood. You're right. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. I fucked up. I fucked up. Because I used Wonder Bar when I spawned in. And then I was trying to get it, or I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. I actually haven't done the crank challenges. I'm just not really interested in it, but maybe I should try it. It just seems kind of, I don't know. Just doesn't really appeal to me for some reason. But I should try it. at least. I played one game of Cranked. And pizza crust. Is pizza here? I don't think he's here. I don't think I swapped packs at the time. Alright. Let's try again. Hopefully it's right. I have self revive. Please be it. Should be it. Okay, well, total dork, you were right. I was wrong. Thank you for being right, because that makes my life easier. Okay. I guess now we're good. Is there anything else I need? I don't think so. Let's do it, guys. Oh, of course. More people are... Oh, mutant injection. Good call, good call, good call. Good call, okay. I thought I was forgetting something. Okay, got 2 of those. Got those. Got a self-res. Got this. Okay. Let's make sure the door is ready for us before I start doing stupid shit. Okay, we're good. Let's kill you, son of a bitch. Alrighty, let's do it. Yep, I got dead wire. I did everything you said, Jolts. Alright, guys. I'm probably not going to talk at all. Because I am a wuss.
Welcome back, Dr. Modi. We'll be taking that submarine now.
Back! You're an idiot! And these thugs of yours are less than idiots. None of you can begin to appreciate the things I accomplished here.
Whew. I'm nervous, guys. I'm so nervous. Damn warheads.
No, no, no! Our warheads! God damn it! My God. Was that patient 13?
Something's happening. Etheric energy spiking off the chart.
All right, let's go, guys. Let's go.
Oh dear. Your so-called inversion warheads have certainly inverted patient 13.
Oh no, it's not my fault. Hey, boots on the ground, we're all rooting for you.
Oh, these are much slower. Whoa. Okay, here we go. Isn't this when he leaves? Okay, definitely need some armor. Surprised he hasn't gone under. What the hell? Oops. There we go.
Did patient 13 get an ouchie? Too fucking bad.
I would not get cocky. I suspect our fishy foe has not yet expired.
One Molotov. I'll just keep sending them back to hell by the busload.
Oh. Oh shit. Oh no.
Ether shroud running. Gun factory somewhere shit.
No. I was trying to save the shield gobble for later, but it might just be worth using it now.
Okay, this time I'm gonna assume he's not dead. Probably mutating into something significantly worse.
Oh no.
Sending incendiary.
Got cocky, got cocky.
Lights out, toe tagger.
No! Yes, let's go! Let's fucking go! Dude, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the entire Arsenal accelerator thing wasn't charging my Ether Shroud.
Very difficult for you, Pet.
Like, it's charged, but like it wasn't showing it charging. Holy shit.
But at
The
least
boss
you got
literally
that.
saved me. You're absolutely right. Holy shit. GG's, everybody. Massive W. So we're going to do this for... Oh, well, it's definitely a scary visual bug. Let me just say that. I was on the edge of my seat, man. Holy shit.
Whatever your plan is for bringing back.
Oh, man, that was intense.
Be good.
It is. I have scraped all Project Janus files classified. Director's eyes only. Richtofen is obsessed.
I don't know which mouse is for the top. I think it's this one.
He believes it can manipulate a
Oh, man.
protomatter.
That was scary. That was scary, guys. Exactly, Brian. Based. Let's get based in the chat. Everybody say based or based Brian, because Brian is the man. I know you guys don't know Brian, but he's a great friend of mine. Love that dude. So, gamer, based gamers. Let's go. We did it. I'm actually pretty surprised. I did not think that we were going to clutch that. I did not think we were going to clutch that. That was pretty funny. But yeah, guys, we're going to wrap the stream here. I appreciate you. Actually, might as well try to... Oh, wait, I think that's it, right? You don't have to actually go in and exfil. I think that's it, right? So we're going to call it here. But I really appreciate you guys so much. It's been a really great stream back. I appreciate you all. And yeah, let's just kind of wrap this, get this game over screen so we can at least make it real. Man, this cutscene is really long and not very interesting.
Let's see for ourselves if this sentinel.
Oh, wait, I can skip it? Sick. Okay, cool. All right, we're out of here. We're exfilling. Hell, blue skies. Blue skies. Thank you, Monkey Zone. I appreciate it. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream if you can. For streams like this, like where I'm actually successful, I will leave them up on the channel. But if they're not successful or if it just like doesn't really work out or whatever, I'll probably unlist them. And I'll always put the unlisted stream link inside of the videos or on the channel so that you can find them if you ever do want to watch them. But this was an absolute W. I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, I hope you guys have a really great rest of your day. And I will talk to you all very, very soon. Take care, everybody. Make sure to check out the podcast soon because we got a special guest, Rizzo, who's in the chat. And it's going to be a good one for you guys. So take care, everybody, and I'll talk to you later. Yeah, there will be a playlist of unlisted streams. Don't worry about that, Monkey Zone. I got you covered. Peace, everybody. Take care.